Oh, hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of The War for Wildemount. All right. We'll go ahead and jump right into it. Last session, our heroes, our adventurers, you all have done something that most people in this world probably wouldn't have done without the courage that you all have. And as you guys successfully defended the city of Trostenwald after the attack by the goblin and gnoll horde that rushed its way through, you guys fought Gadstock, the dark mage, and his minions, a group of orcs that were very tough for you guys to fight. But as Sir Marcus defended every blow, and Lesia tried her best to not change, and Amari just getting the last shot off, you guys have vanquished the horde, turning them back away into the forest and having them scatter. And also ending Gadstock. And as you guys discussed what to do next, as you guys planned to continue with your mission, Nahon, who was holding the stone that you guys had acquired from underneath the cave system under Lake Ustalak. He had the stone, and in the middle of the night he ran, leaving only one message to Lesia right before he left, whispering to her door, and then leaving. So, with that in mind, what is it you would like to do, Lesia, as you had abruptly awoken?
I digest the message and then immediately get up and start going and knocking on doors to wake the whole group up. I'll also kind of idly, as I leave, pick up the items on the ground. It was 2 potions and I believe an onyx.
Yes.
Is that correct?
I think.
Avalon?
Yeah, it is. I think he's still AFK. It was the 2 items and
a stone of some sort.
A stone, a black stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a big black stone.
Yes, I will pick those up. But it's not the black stone.
Hold on, my microphone bugged out.
Okay.
Yellow? Sorry.
Yeah, there he is.
Sorry, it's like my microphone's connected with my sound and it just went, oh, I'm dead. But we're back.
Okay. So yes, I'm going around.
I'm awake.
We have a problem.
I open the door. I was like, what?
Nahon is left.
Gone? Like gone?
Yes. With the stone. The crystal.
Wait, do you know that? Because he left a black stone there. Do you know if it's that's the one?
I mean, I've seen the crystal, so I know it's not that.
Yes, but I don't know. I feel like if he was meaning it to be something else, I would have you roll, but it's not that high of a check. But somebody else has a chance of recognizing it even more.
Do you know that Amari gave the stone to him?
I do not.
That's
wait.
I don't know.
Wait.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's true. Actually, I don't know. But he says it's an entirely different shape, though. Okay.
Go.
Okay, so cancel the part about the crystal because you are correct. I actually don't know that Amari has the crystal, or Amari gave the crystal to Nahon.
Okay.
Because yeah,
But-
I went over to talk to Mayat when that happened.
And that is Nahon. That was Nahon's intention, correct? Nahon.
No, he didn't intend deception there.
He didn't, or he did.
It says in the chat, no deception there. Entirely different
Gotcha.
shape.
Gotcha. Okay. Then no, you don't have to roll for anything. You're okay.
Okay.
Because if it was, then I'd be like, all right, you got to roll, you know. But if not, you're chilling.
Go.
Alright.
Look at everyone else. I'm gonna check his room.
All right. So yeah, I'll wake up the others.
I'm gonna get into the room.
All right. Everybody is abruptly awoken by Lesia. And Darmanicus, you go into the room. What do you wish to do as soon as you enter?
First things first. Was the door broken in?
Yep.
All right then. So that's in his head. Darmanicus is thinking in his head. Okay, no forced entry. Is anything in the room scattered?
Make an an investigation check.
All right. Perception.
Nice.
So you're looking around it. Nothing seems scattered, but things seem to be shoved a little bit and moved and packed. And also, the bed does not look used at all.
All right. Then I go back to my own room to pick up my gear and just wait for everyone else.
So Marcus opens the door. What is it?
Nahon has left.
Wait, what? It's the crystal. Did he leave?
The what?
Did he return the crystal?
He had the crystal?
Amari gave him the crystal.
Why?
I don't know. I even told him not to do it.
That is... We do not even know what that does. It is
I said
dangerous.
that also. I know.
Okay, this is a bigger problem than I thought.
This is...
Let me go wake up Amari.
Oh, I'm gonna wake up. He walks up to Amari and just start having... Amari!
Poor Amari.
Amari!
You know, and walk up to the door.
That's an
I'll
actual
pull it
door
open.
he's banging on.
Well, I'll pull it open. I'll pull it open.
Amari, the
Hello.
old man,
My voice.
opens the door. Sorry.
He opens the door. Hello. Oh, my voice went.
He grabs
What
him
the
by
fuck?
he grabs him by the shoulder and pulls him towards him. Did you get the crystal? Didn't you get your crystal from the horde?
What? No, I was going. What happened to my voice?
Focus, Amari. Did you get the crystal?
I don't know.
You do.
No, I was going to get it from him this morning. That's what I told you. Why
Nahon
is
has
my
left.
voice hoarse?
He's looking
Nahon
very
has
angry
left.
at you
What?
now.
He just left.
And he has the crystal.
What do you mean he left? He just.
He went to my door and left a message, and as soon as I was fully awake, I went to awaken all of you.
Guys, real quick too. I went to his room.
Is he coming back? Or
Doesn't
is he
seem like a
just-
forced
is he
entry.
just-
He stole it.
is it-
He stole the crystal
He-
and ran.
He left a message for you.
What did he say?
He said to tell you to meet him where beginnings end if he wants to know the truth. To tell that to you alone. I'm ignoring that part. Nobody else is to know, also ignoring that part. And tell him nothing is his fault. You cannot control what happens out of his sight, especially that of other people, and that he hopes you find what you are searching for.
What does it even mean?
I'm not sure.
What?
Could it be the crystal controller?
I met Nahon.
It's
I met Nahon
possible.
in Nicodranes a long time ago, or not a long time ago, but I knew him before I knew all of you, back when I was with Mulgor. But if he wants to meet me somewhere, then we know where he is. We can get the crystal back.
Oh, you're gonna get the
Why is
crystal
my
back.
voice hoarse? What happened?
It doesn't
He's
matter.
like reaching up and like grabbing his fucking throat.
So Marcus just runs into Nahun's room and starts tearing it apart to see if it's in there. Just hear like clashes and things shatter and things being
I was
ripped
just
apart.
in this room.
He left
Mark,
these
there's nothing
outside
else
my
in
door.
here.
The only thing he left were these 3 things outside my door. 2 health potions and this onyx. There is not an illusion around this or something that hides the fact that it is the crystal, yes.
When she shows you the crystal, Amari, you can tell that is not the one. It was just a different gem, just some random gem.
I was asking if there was an illusion or something on it.
Oh,
that
my
made
bad. I didn't know if you were asking me. No.
it look like an ordinary gem or something like that.
You asking Amari or the DM?
I'm asking Mari.
What did you say?
I asked, is there some sort of illusion on this, maybe, that is hiding the fact that it is the crystal? Like, she is, like, vainly hoping that this is the case.
Can I look at it and like, can I tell? Can I make a check for it? I don't know.
Also, I think, detect
Make an
magic.
arcana check or detect magic.
I'll do Arcana if that's okay. If just first glance I get. Okay. Well, I'll use detect magic.
If you look at it, it doesn't seem magical. It just seems like an ordinary gem.
Mari kind of tilts his head to the side. No, it seems like it's just a normal gem. Perhaps he was just using that as a replacement. I'm not sure.
It was a fool's hope, anyway. This is a mess.
You need to go after him. Right now.
Of
Before he gets too
course.
far.
But where?
Amari might have an idea based on the message.
Amari,
We're
think.
going to Nicodranes anyway. That is where I met him. So I assume we just go to Nicodranes like planned.
Fine. But I hope you're right on this. Oh, and when we find him, he hands over the crystal, or I will cut him down. Just so we're clear on this.
Hopefully, the crystal has not taken over him, but I don't even know if that's something that can do. We know so little about it.
Yeah, and that's why nobody should have touched it.
You'll see Darminicus just stay silent, just looking down. Speechless.
Come on, gather your things. Need to move at haste.
Indeed. And
Where's my
Marcia starts. She did not come. She is not going to take this well at all.
Okay, you guys go pack. I will work
I'll-
with Licia, Mayette.
I will do it. Let me do it.
Fine.
I do not have much to pack up anyway. Lexia's gonna walk over to Mayette's door and try again.
No response.
She's gonna try to open the door. Is it locked?
No, it's not.
Okay, she just walks in.
So as you walk in, you see Mayette. Her eyes and like mascara just running down her face. Her hair is like a mess, like a girl who just got ditched at prom.
Oh no.
And all over the walls, just written in like her own blood and charcoal that she has, is "I trusted you," over and over.
I guess you already know.
She's gonna nod her head, like just sulk.
We're going after him.
Okay.
We're getting ready to leave.
Okay.
Might want to clean that up.
Fuck it, he's cleaning it up. He left us.
Hey, is everything good in here?
Get out!
No. Is there like a bucket of water or something around here I can just toss at the wall?
You look around and there's kind of really nothing. The rooms are pretty bare.
No washroom or anything that I can get some water real quick in a bucket?
Yeah, you can go outside and into the washroom, grab something, just throw it on.
Yeah. Just to rinse it down a bit and yeah. Well, good enough. Let's get going. And then Matthew's gonna go pack up our stuff.
We'll get him.
Well, she is gonna add to a comment to Mayet. It is possible this was not of his own free will, but I
He's
wouldn't
not coming
put too
back
much
on his
hope.
own free will after that.
That is
Getting him
fair.
back right.
Marcus wants to, I'm pretty sure, kill him, but I am reserving my judgment. I do not know the whole situation.
Let's go get him then.
It is possible, apparently Amari gave him the crystal that we found, that we don't know what it does. So it's possible that has corrupted or taken him over, possessed him. We don't know.
One of my very best friends is possessed, and we don't know where he is.
Maybe possessed. It is also possible he is just an asshole.
Yeah, but I like him as an asshole. He's got a cute face. He's good as an asshole. You didn't hear me. Let's go.
Other ideas forgotten. And then, yeah, let's see, it's ready to go.
You see Marcus standing in the hallway. There's almost panic in his face. Just waiting for you all to come out. Come on, are you all ready? We need to move.
I am.
Mari, he's in his room right now. He's like going around packing up his stuff, almost like he just doesn't believe what's going on. As he got woken up and like almost in the middle of the night, and he's just like putting his things together, putting his books back in their bags and shit. And right before he like starts to leave out through the door, he just like stops and looks down at the floorboards beneath him. And he just stares at him, like the 1,000-yard stare returning, and he's just like looking down there. As the realization of him being betrayed once again, in less than a month, starts to kind of soak back into him. And before he leaves, he reaches his hand out and like grabs the door frame with his hand. His knuckles like start turning white as he grips it, grits his teeth, grits his teeth together, and the soreness in his throat kind of just flares up as he releases, like he just growls, basically just pissed off, angry. And there's no other emotion that he's able to feel in that moment. But after a few seconds, he kind of calms back down, lowers his hand, and grabs the door handle, opens it, steps out into the hallway with his bags and satchels and shit all around him.
Ari, you're going to fix him, right? Going to bring him back to us?
He said that to me.
To Amari.
Mari looks up. I don't know if I'm able to, but I will do my best if possible. I don't like to give up on people quickly, but if I'm able to fix Nahon, then I will take every precaution and every measure possible to do so.
Do we know where he went? Or a direction?
Nicodoranus.
Art?
He wanted me to meet him where we began. There's only one place that I can think of.
Okay. Well, I'm ready to go.
I am as well.
Right, let's head out.
All right. I'm outside already.
All right. As you all pack your things and head out in the night, the moon is probably like Cheshire Cat right now. And there is...
It's about 9 days till full moon, I think.
Oh, well then it is pretty out there, I tell you. Sorry. It is, as it's showing a good portion of it revealing itself. And the night sky just glows with still some smell of ash, smoke, and death in the air as you guys leave the city. You all now leave with a whole new stress. One that seems to be more stressful than a horde coming into the city. And as the night continues, you all continue walking with your cart until the middle of the morning, where you all, I assume, you guys rested. How long would you guys want to travel before you stop and make camp? That is a question.
Question. So, even though our rest was interrupted, was that considered a full long rest or no?
I consider it I'll consider it a full, because you guys would have. We'll just say that you guys would have stopped probably like a few hours out, because it is clearly too late. You guys are just too tired to continue. But the sad part is, while you guys were resting, the sad part is knowing that Nahon is just the fastest one out of all of you. That bastard can just keep on running.
So Marcus is trying to push the horses and the group as much as possible. He really wants to get to him. If it's up to Marcus, he would just continue.
And if we're moving along with time too, you would see just Dominicus just dotting in and out, like heads up, then falls down and tries to keep him set up.
Yeah, he's more or less the same way.
How would you convince a Marcus to stop and to kind of stay with you all, besides keep going?
I will point out that the horses can only take so much at once. And we are still going to be faster with the horses than without.
So Marcus slows down. He's still looking down the road, still fixed on whatever his goal is. Then he stops the horses. Take a deep breath. Looks at Lycia. Afraid you're right. I think it's a good idea to camp here.
It will make do, I think.
Right. But we move as soon as possible.
Indeed.
Take your advice. Let's camp.
Is there like trees or something, like a collection of stones or like rocks nearby?
Well, there is a little kind of like the road kind of goes up a little bit to this kind of little hill with some trees around it and on top of some rocks, like a little plateau. You look like it looks. Seems to be the best
I
place.
I will go. Well, I guess we'll like go up there on top of the hill, and I'll get off my horse and everything, or out of the cart, and I will walk over towards the trees, and I'll kind of like go in maybe like 10 or 15 feet or so, and Amari will take out the stone that he carries with him, and he taps the center of it. The blue sigils just like light up all around, basically, and as he's doing this, he like starts turning the sigils around and shit like that, as if he's like crafting what he wants, basically, just in different ways, before finally like, dragging it to the center and then pressing the middle button, and a magical door just pops up in the middle of the forest, and he's going to come back out to where the rest of the group is. Guys, I made my tower if you guys would like to have more comfortable beds to sleep in, and perhaps just a safer place for tonight.
You think the horses will fit through that door?
We could probably leave them out here.
Mm.
I think it would be okay.
So
If
at the,
you would like, we could leave somebody out here at the edge of the forest to watch them, and just do watches like that.
It might not
Turns.
be best to leave the cart unattended.
That is
We are
why I
faster.
said that we have someone sit out here and watch it.
I'll stay here, and you see me sort of caress the horses, just to make sure that we didn't mean any harm to try to push them so much.
I'll stay as well.
I'll stay.
Mario spreads his hands. It does not matter to me, but I have business I would like to do. So, if you need me, I will be inside the tower. And he turns around and just walks off back into the forest. And inside of his tower, he opens it up. The bottom floor this time is actually the bedroom, as opposed to before. But there's like 6 beds that line just around the room, spaced out. But he walks over towards the ladder and like starts climbing up to the hatch. And above is actually more or less like a study, kind of like a. Hold on. It's like a study, like a wizard study, kind of, sort of like has like desks and stuff, shelves and whatnot. They don't exactly have books inside of it, so they're pretty scarce and stuff. But as Amari enters, he kind of takes out some of the books from his satchel and things that kind of are taking up space, and he puts them on the shelf. Kind of like beginning his collection in here because he knows they'll be safe in this space, and he doesn't have to worry about them being destroyed or taken or whatever. And then as he does that, he walks over and he sits down in front of one of the in the chair that's in front of the desk, or behind it, I guess. He takes out a spell book and a few other books as well, and he starts kind of using some inks and pens and whatnot, and starts like inscribing stuff inside of his book. Basically, he's crafting different equations for spells and arcane intricacies that he might need, and the materials that he might need for it. And he does this for about 2 hours or so, maybe coming on 3, before the thoughts and emotions and everything that he's been experiencing before just slowly start to overwhelm him. And Amari just breaks down at the edge of the desk there. Tears just start streaming down his face. He starts like ugly crying pretty much, and he just kind of lowers his head into his hands. And even with that hoarse throat, he just like sobs silently to himself in the room. Like eventually lowering his head down low enough that his forehead presses against the top of the desk, and the teardrops are just like dripping past his fingertips or through his fingers, just landing on the floor. And he just sits there for hours, just crying to himself.
Marcus is sitting next to the fire, staring into the fire. And then he is he nearby?
Yeah, she's probably by the fire sharpening her sword.
Yeah. I sent a message last night. Told Lord back is the way with the crystal.
That is unfortunate timing.
He even warned me that nobody should touch it. That thing is dangerous.
It is.
Warned Amari not to let anybody get to it. Still have no idea what powers it has. He still gave it to him. I do not understand.
I don't either.
What would you do if you find Nahon? Doesn't want to give it up.
It is possible that he is not himself right now,
It's possible.
that he is doing this unwillingly. I think it kind of depends on that.
What
We
we
may have to fight him regardless,
fine with that.
if I have to.
He looks at you and he nods and shows you like there is respect in his eyes. I am sorry that I face this. If you want, I can take the fight. You don't have to.
It is alright. It is considered a hazard of my profession that there are situations where you might end up fighting the people you previously fought alongside.
Yes.
In the cases of zombies and vampires and other such things. I have not personally done so, but it's something we are all prepared to do as part of the vigil.
I respect that. It's not easy.
It is not.
Hope Mari knows that we can find him. Reading the crystal is everything. I have done a lot to prove myself to Lord Bacchus. Been with him since I was 13. I was hoping this would be the one. Failed that.
I do not think you have failed yet. We can still get it back. We will get it back. We have to.
Why would he do that? Why would he just take it and leave? I had a suspicion that he might be a... Doing this to you... This doesn't make sense. This is not just...
I think it might be the crystal. He is possibly possessed or cursed. Those objects with that sort of dark magic, they are not to be trifled with.
No, you're right about that. Have you ever encountered any...
I have somewhat of an interest in curses, and I have read about such things, but never personally encountered anything of the like.
Oh, now,
Seems so. It seems so.
whatever happens, I got your back.
Just nods.
Turns his head and looks back into...
She just keeps kind of idly sharpening her sword. Kind of zoned out now.
What time is it roughly?
Past midnight for sure.
Alright, in that case, Lucius gonna start getting ready for bed if Marcus is taking watch.
Yeah. It's some...
I'll take seconds.
I can take the last if we're doing 3.
You look tired, Dominic.
We left in quite a hurry.
Good. Are you alright?
You mind doing something right now?
What? Sorry.
You mind doing something right now? This doesn't work without an audience.
Depends on what it is. Need.
Just listen. So what happens is that whatever direction Trostenwald is located, he faces that direction. He sticks both his hands with his hands facing upwards, about 30 degrees above his waist. You know what I mean? Sort of like an A kind of thing. Instead of yelling it, he sort of murmurs into himself a sentence. Marcus, do you want to try and listen to it?
Yeah.
Okay. If you are, then this is the passage. Passage is: a great life has passed into the tomb, and there awaits the requiem of winter's snow. But what happens next is that he turns around to face completely 180 degrees away from Trostenwald, sticks his hands upwards, a little above 90 degrees from his sides, and then he says, "Oh, soft melodious springtime, firstborn of life and love." Then he sticks both his hands down. Then he looks at you, Marcus, and he goes, "That town has seen a lot of death. I did not feel right leaving without a word. When
What's the-
someone died, we'd always have this. We face the dead, tell them that they had a great life, and they'll reach into down. But we turn our bodies towards the ahead and see what bright life and love is ahead of us. Thus, spring. I wanted the people to know that death is now, but they can look forward to what's ahead. But they'll see eventually."
They're smart. Trust them. Get up on its feet. Its own. They need to remember that they stood together and fought and won.
Right.
When they
They-
combine forces, they can fail. Victory come in battle. Not impossible. Even for farmers. I hope they'll remember this day. Right now we cannot. They need to get up on their own. When a soldier leaves the battlefield, he leaves a piece of him with it. You know, Dominicus, you never really get anything. Carry everything with you. Just how you deal with it. Make sense. Done. Even if it's horrible. You understand?
I do.
I can see in your eyes you have seen bad things. It's how you deal with it.
Thank you. And thank you again for participating.
Duty. One other thing, Dominic. We find your
Yeah.
friend. I must retrieve the crystal. One way or another.
I know. I do.
The dangerous object he's carrying.
Will it cost him his life?
I hope not. But if it comes to that, I do not hope you.
But it is the will then.
Hopefully, it doesn't come to that. Sorry. But duty comes above all.
With that, I'm in.
You
Oh,
get some rest.
will do.
Wake you up when it's your turn.
Then you'll see him sort of walk off to the door and go in.
Everybody's sleeping now?
I think so. I think
Question.
yes. Oh, yes.
Question. Is Amari in bed, or did he cry himself to sleep upstairs? I'm gonna be honest.
He's upstairs.
Okay. Honestly, I'm not gonna bother him and just go to a bed.
Okay. I think everybody is asleep. Mayette, are you asleep?
Actually, no, she's upstairs.
Okay.
Holy crap! What?
What is she doing?
Sorry. She is going find a nice quiet area in the room. Kind of, just sit back at the wall, sigh, pull out her spellbook, kind of look through it, and go. Well, it was probably more important than what I was going to do with it. She's actually going to flip to the sending page. You send a message.
Okay. Who is she sending a message to?
She is going to send a message to Nahon. No idea if he's listening or whatever, but she'll send it.
Okay.
Now I have to, she'll be like, Nahon, we really miss you. Please come back to us. I'm so sorry you left. And that's it. That's all. That's 25.
Yeah, it's like 16.
Uh,
I
That'll
believe
be it, though.
Nahon can send a counter message as well in response to
Count that wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's 25 words, not letters.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Right?
Yeah, you can reply.
Yeah,
reply,
you
Okay.
You can reply to this message. There it is.
I was still trying to send a message. To be honest, guys, I hate messages while I'm DMing, so
Oh,
try not to send messages.
fair enough.
No worries, no worries.
Yeah, so hold up a second. Somebody else count for me. So yeah, about a couple seconds go by before. Wait. I can't expect you. I'm sorry as well, but not. I cannot tell you why, but I do not wish to do this. I'm sorry.
I think that's it.
I got 4 more.
Okay.
See you soon.
Okay.
That is it.
She's just gonna smile a little bit, nod her head, get up, and then just skip down to where the others are. A little more happy. Everyone asleep already?
I am, if you're wondering.
You can go
Plus, yeah,
down. Yeah, you only see Marcus awake.
Oh. Are they all asleep?
Yes, I believe so. Why aren't you?
I was talking to a friend.
Oh,
Yeah? No?
anybody else awake?
I don't think so.
Marcus Lucius. Who's your friend?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, no, yeah, Nahon. I was talking to Nahon.
Wait,
Like,
what? Where?
yeah. I don't know.
And
Like, said hi.
how are you speaking to him?
The same way I'm doing to you now with my mouth?
But is he here then?
No, he's not here, but he's around, I think.
Wait, in
Yeah.
this. Not yet. Focus. Did you see him?
No, I can't. He doesn't work that way. I just like talk to my friends and you know?
Is he in your
Like-
head?
Well, always. There's a lot of things in my head, but yeah, he's there in my head. Like I can say hi.
Just turns around and not taking you seriously. I see. Okay. You should get some sleep for it.
I mean, we hopefully we'll find him tomorrow. Like, you know?
I hope so too.
All right. Go back upstairs.
Sleep well.
Try.
When she walks off, he just shakes his head. Crazy.
That was
Fine.
perfect. Sorry. That was so funny.
She doesn't know how to convey that shit.
No, that's the best. But then he's like, she's crazy. She's just like, he's just talking in my head. What do you mean?
Technically, yeah.
And it's so true. So, as Minion goes to bed, Marcus, you are first watch. You may go ahead and roll first. Perception.
Perception. I clicked. There we go. Oh, not this persuasion. God damn.
You Davis.
He's persuading the knight to leave us alone.
Yeah.
Like, hey, bad guy, it's please like it if you don't stay here. As you're watching the night,
He's specially
see-
he's specially guarding the horses because the transport. He's
I see
really
a sleeping by Cora.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yes, go ahead, DM.
with that perception, you're actually able to notice because it's just at the brink of when it's so late. Well, it's like not too late for travel for some people. Since you guys are near the road, you see a small silhouette kind of like walking with like a slow pace, making his way up the road. And he seems to be about he seemed to be coming from Trostenwald.
Is he coming towards the camp?
Yes, because the camp is like on the side of the road almost.
Marcus, he walks slowly towards Isia. Somebody come.
He opens up one eye and looks at you.
Somebody's coming.
Alright.
He nods towards.
Lesia will. How long has Lesia had to sleep?
Like an hour.
Okay. She gets her sword out just in case, and she is ready.
Marcus walks slowly towards Dominicus. Dominicus,
Yeah.
get your bow. It's coming. Just be ready.
Okay. Grab my bow. Try to reach a distance away so I can overwatch them.
Marcus grabs his shield. See what happens. How far is the figure?
Probably about 60 feet away.
Hold.
You can kind of see the figure like hold. You just stand still for a second and then just scurry off. Just start running into the forest and kind of hides.
Before he scurries in there, how far would you think I would be? From that person.
How far still?
Yeah.
About.
Because I wouldn't be next to Marcus, but I would be far enough for me to surveil everything.
Probably about. You'd still be about like 60 feet away.
Okay. You mind if I do hunter's mark on the target?
Or roll perception.
What happened?
Roll perception.
Roll perception. Gotcha. Give me a second. Dang it! Oh gosh.
Too dark.
You look around. You can't. You don't see him. You lost him in the brush.
Damn it.
Alright, could I make out like a silhouette or anything? Any like obvious identifying features from a distance?
Yeah, roll perception. And you can as well, Marcus.
Perception.
Perception, as you guys are looking out into the
Oh, no.
in the here in the there.
My eyes are still half closed.
Marcus and Lesia, you both see this figure kind of like leaning up against the tree and looking over. Trying to stay hidden. Figure in the tree. What would you say?
Wait, do not shoot!
Show yourself.
Sir. I will climb my way down from the tree.
No, you're not. You're not in the tree. You're just like.
Oh, I'm next to the tree. Yeah, I step out, kind of, the horse's bridle still in my hand. I kind of, like, very slowly reach over to, like, smooth its mane and pat it. And I kind of step forward, hands in the air. I'm kind of peering at at everyone, really. As I slowly step my way forward. Who you see, I suppose I should describe my character, is, I guess you describe him as a boy, about Elric's age, actually. Who, he actually has a gambeson on, a kind of like layered leathers and clothing that kind of make up a very lightweight armor. He has a sword sheath over his back that is holding the hilt of a rather typical looking longsword. And you see kind of on his thigh, just in plain view, a dirk, actually, a western dagger that is made for stabbery and is kind of how do you say, kind of an offhand weapon. In case like your sword gets disarmed or something like that. It kind of has kind of like short brown hair that kind of covers the tips of his ears and blue eyes. And he kind of approaches, kind of jaw clenched as he kind of eyes you up. And eyes up Lesia and Darmanicus, who I imagine is staying in the shadows.
Yeah, I would have walked up to the two after hearing everything.
All right. Sorry about that, sir. I just thought you were bandits, that's all.
You thought we were bandits?
Yeah,
This
we're
guy
at the
in his
very
armor.
danger.
Ting ting.
You're hunting bandits
is-
alone, boy.
Not hunting, sir. Just traveling birds.
Come closer.
He does. Yeah, you get a pretty decent view at him now, even in the darkness.
So, I want to do an insight check on him. Scared? Is he lying?
Sure.
Is he...
Go ahead.
Shall I make a check?
Yes.
Alright.
Just depending on what you're trying to do. I guess you're trying to see if
He looks very like so. Marcus has a stone face. He looks very serious, and he's staring into your soul right now.
Yeah, the kid, you can kind of see he's breathing heavily. Some sweat is beginning to grow on his brow. His hands are his arms are tense. His hands like kind of trying to be relaxed. You can see that this kid is completely in surrender. What he said about banditry, he's kind of like looking at each of your weapons. This kid is an open book. He truly does seem to be have been worried that you're bandits, and that's mainly why he hid. His eyes are also kind of like flicking to your arm as if he didn't see it before in the darkness.
Marcus
Let's
looks,
see. Lesia's just
Heard your voice and ran.
so Marcus looks at Licia like, "What do you think?"
kind of gives a half-hearted shrug and is actually kind of lazily looking in the kid's direction, but is more keeping an ear out for anyone else around, just in case this is like a bait trap. Like if this kid is bait for actual bandits.
That's fair. That's fair.
Are you traveling alone?
Yes, sir. I am.
What is your name?
Kind of like looks over at his arms. May I lower my arms, please, sir?
Yes, you can.
Lowers his arms and takes a bow to you, Marcus, an especially deep bow. Sir, I am Uriel Eleanor. I'm a squire to the I don't like takes a go. The Great Knight of On of the read it was the Lion something.
the Order of Lion. Sorry.
The Order of Lion. Sir,
He said a name? Was Squire
The Order of Lion.
he's a squire of the Knight of On.
Knight Avon?
Yeah.
I heard of him.
Roll a history check.
Good books, sir. Oh yes.
Okay. Yeah, you know of Knight Ifan. He is one of the knights that has been up in the Empire that has came down and like been in the based around the Marrow Valley. He's known for slaying a werewolf in the middle in the middle of town in Felderwood, saving some people, just kind of giving him notoriety.
In where? In Feldwall?
Felderwood.
Felderwood.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ah. I know him. I know of
Kind of
him.
straightens up. You do, sir.
Yeah, and you see Marcus like he relaxes a little bit more. What does his squire doing out in the middle of the night, squandering alone?
Delivering a letter, sir.
You try to prove yourself.
Yes, sir. Kind of gives a smile.
So Marcus'
Listen.
eyes turns more soft. See, you hungry?
I, I, I would not push for you to offer, sir.
Very well, come sit by the campfire. I assure you there are no bandits around. It's safe for now.
He nods. All right.
Traveling this late alone is probably not the best idea.
He's right.
Yes, that is true, but I need to get where I need to go. Yes.
Where are you traveling from?
I fell to the one down. It's south, isn't it? Right?
Yes. Wait.
Then
Repeat. Yeah.
you're asking where from, so fell to the one from the south.
It's where your master slew the werewolf.
Yes, sir.
Brave man.
I
He turns his head towards Lycia. Master. Sir, what was his name again? Sir Elwin?
Yvonne.
Yvonne. Sir Yvonne, his master, slew a werewolf all by himself. Elwin.
Impressive.
Very brave knight, yes. Saved many lives.
Yes. It's an honor to serve him, honestly.
Must be.
Truly is. He lives up to his name. Truly is such an honor.
So Marcus takes out a ration and gives it to him. Eat.
Thank you, sir. I have some of my own. I don't want to impose.
It's alright.
No. We have plenty. I can hunt more. If you two got it, I'm gonna head back then and get some rest.
Yes, do that. Have a long
And
travel.
I'll deal with this in the morning. And I go off.
Where are we exactly on the map?
You trust him.
Yeah, but we're far away from Fair.
Hi, sir.
No one's all the way up here.
When you see them, you make a history check. Now that
Sure.
you've seen them all, just a few that you have.
Sure thing.
Yeah, so Marcus would be like, this is Dominicus. And that lady over there is Lycia.
Oh, you dragged me back here. Yeah.
That was Dominicus. Kind of like he's still not sitting. Kind of like gives about Alicia. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure is ours.
You recognize them, and I'll message you the name that you recognize them as.
So Marcus sits now down in the campfire. Sit down.
Yes, sir.
What was your name?
Uriel Eleanor.
Yuri?
Yes, Yuri.
Yuri.
It's Uriel, sir, but I prefer Yuri.
Alright. Yuri.
Lesia is just gonna kind of bluntly throw out there that now that we are sure that the person wandering around is not going to kill us in our sleep, I'm going back to bed.
I would never.
Yeah,
Have a good night.
drag me back out again.
Wake me up when it's my turn for watch.
I will, Leslie. Sleep well.
Or if something actually does try to kill us in our sleep.
I will. I'm sorry for disturbing you. Could have been
That was
gnolls,
It's
again.
fine.
goblins.
Fair.
Why are you still standing? Sit down.
Oh, sorry, sir. He will. Next to you, decent, respectable distance away. But still, not too far away from the men he. Yeah. Sir, if I can ask, are you a knight?
And what, sorry?
Are you a knight?
Yes, I am.
Great to hear. Truth be told, you lots of you look a lot like follow the descriptions of the defenders.
Vendors.
Yes, defenders of the meadow. You are, if that's you, I mean, starting to get some popularity here.
Say that again, please. Defenders of
Defenders of the meadow. The as in the right, it's the what meadow again?
The Marrow Valley.
The Meadow Valley.
He looks confused. I've never heard of them.
Am I mistaken?
I've never heard of them.
Oh. I must have been. Sorry.
What are they?
A group that has what they've made themselves known by taking out more than banditry. It's uh invasion of gnolls and goblins and orcs.
Trust them.
Yes, I was just there actually. I heard that the defender is that is something up to me really. That they were there and that they saved the city almost single-handedly.
So Marcus now starts laughing. Well, we have been there, yes. We did fight
Is that
them,
you?
I suppose. I've never heard this name.
That is strange.
Oh. Have you been in Trustenwald?
Yes. Just on the last day, less than that actually. I just dropped something off and that was it. Then I moved on.
So you not there during the attack?
No. God, perhaps I would have liked to be in, but I was not. No.
You were lucky.
Aye, sir.
Get some rest, boy. Eat and sleep. Are you going to Fairland tomorrow?
No, I'm not in the opposite direction. There is a man I'm supposed to meet on the way. Which direction are you headed, actually? Away from Throstenwald, I assume?
We're heading to Nicodranas. You're always heading that way. You can follow with us. It's all
Yes,
right.
that'd be amazing.
Okay. I guess, suppose it doesn't hurt.
I'll be sure to be of help. If I can, that is.
Oh. We'll see.
I said,
How old are you, Yuri?
I'm 16, sir.
So Marcus now, he smiles. Good age.
He nods deeply.
Yes.
I.
Right.
Hmm?
How long have you
Sorry,
been
what
a
was that?
How long have you been a squire?
Oh, ever since I was 9, I think.
How old? Sir?
9.
9.
Mhm.
That's very young.
Yes. He taught me from a very young age it was very straining, honestly. But he is an amazing mentor and an even better knight.
He is.
Hmm.
Well, one day you might become a knight yourself.
Yes, that is my hope.
I wish you the best of hope.
Thank you, sir. It seems a very long way away, though.
Yeah, you will eventually get. Keep singing and learning. Keep your discipline,
Yes, sir.
and above all, the duties. It's one of the first things you learn as a knight. But you know that, Pat.
Yes, sir. His eyes are kind of like shining as he says that, looking at you. You could tell there's an amount of respect he's already given you as a knight.
He's just looking at you, not staring, but just like looking, and you see he's in deep thoughts.
Is something wrong, sir? Did I say something?
No, sorry, staring.
Oh, my apologies, sir.
Remind me of myself. As younger,
Really?
yes. Started to be a squire as well. A lord. Was very young too.
Hmm. So I hear that is the only way to become a knight. So I hear is the only way to become a knight.
It's an honor. It is the highest of honors.
Yeah, he said, I hear it's the only way to become a knight.
Oh, it is,
Hmm.
yes. No, you are a squire, or your master. Learn what you can. One day, eventually, after cleaning his armor constantly,
Hmm.
care of his horse, all that
And his
boring.
home.
One day, you knighted. That will be your proudest moment.
I hope so, sir.
I'm happy for you. Chosen a good path.
Hmm. I do hope I am used to my knight and lord and everything.
One day,
I hope so.
but your real chores and your real duties starts when you are a knight. Everything you do
Hmm.
now just leads up to that.
I suppose so. It would be good to hear, because I do not do my duties very well, honestly.
Nobody does. It's especially not if you're young. But it must
Mhm.
be done. It's the only way.
I assume you got better at everything after that amount of time.
Well,
He nods, smiling. He seems elated.
you ask me something?
Your mic is kind of.
Am I muffled?
Yeah.
Am I still muffled?
Oh yes,
All right, 1 second.
Robo. I was like, maybe it's just me, and then I tried fixing things 4
Yeah,
times.
no, it's
And I was like,
I'm
you
really
still show
trying.
nobody.
Yeah, I'm really trying to listen in on it. I don't want to miss anything.
I know.
Good
That's why I
morning.
didn't want to interrupt.
All right, is this good?
Yes.
Much better.
Better? Good. Tell me next time. All right, let's do this.
Okay.
Sorry.
God,
I
I
was
feel
enjoying
like
it too much.
I feel like you guys missed so much. Damn it.
No, I got
Missed
most of
half.
it. Yeah, no, I got most
All
of
right.
it.
All right.
What was your last question?
He didn't. I just said that he nods heavily at that. He smiles. He seems elated at the news that eventually you just get better at doing stuff.
Get some sleep. We're running up early tomorrow.
I said, I won't bother you any longer.
Not.
Nice. And he still hasn't kind of eaten his ration. He just kind of sounds, kind of sits and like, kind of unfolds the ration and just devours it. He's hungry. And then he kind of like gives another deep bow to you, his mouth full, and just kind of runs off to set up a tent nearby, but not too close. He doesn't want to, get into your space.
He's just observing you how you work.
Yep. The tent actually isn't bad, but you probably noticed that the kid is kind of like struggling to pull it up, especially like getting the beams set up and getting the thing over it. He seems to have a problem. It might just be his height.
So Marcus is not helping him. Just observing.
No, didn't figure it would. All right, so that's it for me.
As you make your camp and settle in, Marcus, you finish your watch. This is where we will have a quick break, everybody, to recuperate and regather, and we will start off with the next person on the watch to continue the night.
That would be me.
Yes,
Right.
Because everything bad happens on the second watch.
Everything.
Yes,
True.
All right, I'm gonna pause.
Oh, hello, everybody. We are back from our short little break. All right. We return back to Leslie, who's taking the second watch of the night.
Mhm. The bad watch.
Oh, the bad. Ooh.
Uh,
Go ahead. Roll.
all right. You're a little quiet, Red, by the way.
Go ahead and roll perception. Sorry. I was kind of talking quiet.
That should be with advantage. Let me just roll again. But this is pretty good. Yeah, 21's good.
It is.
You sit there and listen around and peer through the bush and trees. You don't see anybody. You don't hear anything either. Seems very, very calm. But then, right before you were going to go to sleep, you kind of hear this shrieking noise.
Alright. Where do
Sounds
I
pretty
hear it from?
distant. Pretty distant, probably about like 60 feet north from you.
60 feet north from me? Alright, I got my crossbow out and I start inching toward the others. And I'm keeping faced in the direction of the noise.
Make another perception roll.
Bandage. Ooh.
Whoa! That was weird.
That works. I'm okay with that.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, hello, JP. You're able to hear the screeching once more. And this time with your nat 20 and you being a natural hunter, it sounds like something is dying.
Okay. Like the screeching is something dying.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like some beast dying. That's what it sounds like to you.
Alright. Not immediate concern. But I'm gonna keep faced in that direction, ready for it.
Was it still nighttime right now? Is this Leslie's watch?
Yeah, this is my watch. Second watch.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Anything else happen after that?
You hear like a kind of a little bit of a and it's silent for the rest of the night after that.
I'll make note of where I heard that to investigate later, but right now she's thinking it's possible it's just a nocturnal predator that found something, so.
Okay.
But she is gonna alert Dominicus of it when she wakes him up for his watch. He is third watch, right? Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay. So she will go over and wake him up. Dominicus,
Yeah.
it is your turn. Toward the end of my watch, I heard something. I think it was just a victim of a nighttime predator, but I point out where I heard it. It's like it was over that way. Just maybe be a little more vigilant in that direction.
Yeah, I'll see if I can feel around to see if it is an animal in that direction. If not, I'll keep note.
That's a bad idea. We can investigate if we need to
Yeah.
later.
Is
I do
kid
not
safe?
think it's a good idea to wander off alone during watch.
No, especially the kid's still here, right?
Presumably.
Yeah, I don't know. Kid that age, I don't want nothing happening. All right, I'll keep an eye out.
Alright. Wake me if anything happens.
I got you.
Good luck and good watch.
Thank you.
Alright, and Lucia is gonna head back over to Cora and kind of lean up against her and go back to bed.
Awesome.
Before I roll, can I do my primal awareness to see what animals are in that vicinity?
Yeah, go ahead. And can you post the spell?
Yeah. Give me and then pick it up. Yeah. That's just within, what was it, 5 miles? Yeah. If there are any groupings of animals that are considered predator.
Can you tell? Yeah. Okay. You're able to tell that it is a beast, and it is a predator, but you can also tell that it is probably just about to pass, about to die almost as well, because it can kind of see that you can kind of feel some of its force of you pinging where it is about to fade away.
Is it alone?
Yeah. It's the only thing you see for a mile.
I do a quick search around to see if there's any other things around.
Make a perception roll.
And where is it? Here it is. Wow.
Awesome. Great watches
Yes,
tonight.
yeah,
Holy
these
shit.
are pretty nice.
Another new character. Inbound.
See or hear anything?
Or not.
Adult? You hear, kind of like, if anything, just one last, like, kind of movement of brush 60 feet north of you, but that's about it. It's like northwest of you.
So, one thing that I'm going to do first is on top of the campfire, because everyone's still asleep. I'm casting fog cloud around the around the camping grounds.
Okay.
So, because what I'm going to do is I'm actually leaving the campground to the dying animal.
Okay.
So,
So you
So
place
the-
fog around and kind of encloses the space. Yeah. Then you start making your way over.
I can't. I know that.
You know where you're just moving slowly.
Yeah, I'm
I
moving
don't think
slowly
it's
towards
active.
towards the dying beast.
You start making your way over. It doesn't take you too long to get to this section where you see what make a a survival. Well, actually, a medicine or survival check. You're looking at this beast when you get up pretty close to it. It's kind of large, and once you see it, it closely resembles those flying creatures that you'd fought up in Allfield and in Trostenwald. Except the creature in some parts, the skull is like melted in, and like parts of the body are like decaying and are sinking in within itself. And you can see this like giant like puddle of black goo is just kind of oozing out from the corpse, almost like. Sorry, did I cut out?
No.
Okay, sorry.
Um, I take a blade, basically just anything that's off me, to to basically kill off the creature. And just strain the head.
All right, you're gonna cut off the head.
Yeah.
You start to cut off the head, and once you do, you slice it off and you pull it up, and then it really just the head that you're holding just starts decomposing instantly, just turning into goo, just leaving in your hand
Oh, shit.
the skull and kind of like part of some of the feathers that kind of just fall off.
So back in that last battle, I drank a health potion. Is that considered a vial now, or?
Yeah.
Okay, can I use my empty health potion to grab up some of the goo that's still oozing from it? Jeez. And then I sort of back away and just return myself back to the campfire and drop fog cloud and make sure everyone is okay.
You drop it and look around. Everything seems to be in order.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
that'll be mostly it.
You continue your watch until the sun rises. Once it does, kind of really awake now, and you begin to keep the fire going to cook breakfast, and everybody else starts to slowly wake up.
And my wait will be just waiting for Lesia to wake up.
Okay. Who wakes up first?
Guess since I'm used to that, it's gonna be me. I don't know.
Lucy also gets up early.
Alrighty.
I'll wait.
She is an early riser.
Okay. Lesia, you wake up, and you as well, Yuri. Dominicus, see you, Lesia. As she wakes up.
Morning.
Morning.
See, we're not dead.
Yeah. I do gotta say, I sort of disobeyed orders.
Go on.
I checked the beast. I can't leave it alone.
You do know how dangerous that was, not just for yourself, but us, right?
I know. The I don't know if the body's still there, but it's one of the flying beasts Gadstock used to have around. They're decomposing. They're dying off.
It's possible without Gadstock to maintain whatever is keeping them alive. They are failing.
I don't know if you can want this. He sticks his back, but this is with a bottle with the goo. I don't know what you'll do with it, but you know.
I could try to analyze it some. I don't know what more I could learn from it.
All right. Yeah. That won't happen again.
Best it does not.
And there's sort of a disappointed smirk. He just sort of nods and goes up.
So Marcus wakes up, walks off a little bit to the side, and start doing push-ups.
All right. You start getting your morning workout routine going.
You're kind of a little off. The kid just kind of like steps out of his tent, kind of like shifting the gambeson that he just put on.
So yeah, Lesia got out her alchemy kit and is gonna do a quick analysis of the sample that Darmanicus gave. She also pats Cora in the
Oh.
when he gets up before doing that. So yeah, alchemy check.
Yes.
Don't think I learned much new.
No, you don't.
Yeah. I didn't think I would,
No.
considering I had myself and Niles Kestra also analyze the sample. All right, so I will dispose of it all and clean everything out, and then pack that up and get things ready to go to leave. I will walk over to Dominicus, and there was not much new I could learn from it.
No, it was worth a try. I cut off its head off, and then everything started going out. I thought of what I can do, and I just thought of the bottle.
It was not a bad idea. Does not make up for the original bad idea. Anyway, I am going to get ready.
Okay.
Mari, he will wake up at that point, and as he kind of opens up his eyes, the first thing he sees is the desk in front of him, and kind of reacts for a second, lifting up his head, and he realizes that he was like laying face down on his spellbook. And as he lifts himself up, he kind of reaches up and presses his hand against his forehead and just mutters, Fortuna. Oh, my throat. And spits out on the ground next to the desk. Oh, fuck. Oh, my voice is gone. Goodness. He kind of starts packing up his book. He closes his spell book and puts it away in his satchel. He'll start kind of organizing the desk for a second. Walk over to the shelves and arrange some of the books if they had like fell or whatever. Before finally he'll walk back over towards the hatch and start climbing down. Well, did anybody sleep inside the tower last night or no?
I think
Yeah, a
Mayette
few of us did.
Mayette did.
Mayette did.
Okay,
And
is it
Drum,
in there?
no, that was it.
Yeah,
Mayette, you
Dominicus
see,
was, but he had to go out for the last watch.
I was trying to figure out if anybody's still inside.
yeah, you see Mayette still there. But you see her kind of like twitching, fidgeting, and sweating in her sleep. For Mayette, the dream.
Uh-oh.
Knew that was coming.
Alright,
Yeah.
well, that's none of Amari's business, so he's just gonna walk out the door.
Ah.
He's like,
Nope.
I'm
Just gonna
not
nope
even
her
that.
out.
Right. Who are we going to murder today without?
you.
But yeah, he walks out and he'll emerge from the edge of the forest there where the rest of the camp is. As he steps through the first few trees, he kind of stretches his arms back and then looks out at just across the valley in front where the sun's rising.
Meanwhile, the kid kind of like looks over at Marcus doing his daily stretching. Kind of, he doesn't really walk over or talk because he doesn't want to interrupt him, but he just kind of watches. It's kind of this very. It's kind of like a fanboy meeting his celebrity.
Oh,
It's
God.
it's kind of like that. Not quite
Wow.
that extreme, but it's he has a lot of.
Yeah.
Yeah. At one point, he like starts to himself and turns around and starts like deconstructing the tent.
While you guys are outside preparing, Mayette, once you fell asleep, the darkness of the night took a hold of you. You were not alone as soon as you felt yourself kind of become at rest. And you kept hearing the voices of an old man.
Oh shit! She was alone in the tower, wasn't she?
She
Amari was
no.
there.
Amari's still up there,
All right. Okay.
I think, right? Amari?
Dominicus for the first half.
What?
Still up at the tower, or are you not at the tower?
No, I said I walked
Oh, you
out.
mean now? I thought you meant earlier.
Yeah, you're alone right now.
All right.
And in the dream, you kept hearing a voice of an old man, of an older gentleman. Sounds familiar. Voice of the Count. That kept going over and over. Slowly, gradually increasing in volume. It started off as mumbles. You couldn't really hear what it was at first. But as it started becoming clear, you hear the lines, "I will get him. No one is safe. Nahon will be my next. And you kept hearing, Nahon will be my next. Nahon will be my next. Keeps going off and off and off in your head until, in the pure darkness, a face just appears and lunges towards you. Abruptly but quickly, there's the face of the Count as it just passes towards you, and you wake up as soon as it gets right at you.
He's next. He's next. Next.
Can I roll to see if Leslie heard that outburst? I assume
Oh,
she
she's yelling it.
yelled it. Okay. My passive's 21 then, so I probably heard it.
You kind of hear muffling.
Do I have to make a check? How far away is the doorway anyway?
It's pretty far from where you guys are.
Fair enough.
I hear something muffled loud enough that okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go investigate.
You just hear something weird.
Alright. Yeah, Leslie's gonna go check it out.
Okay, you start heading towards the door, and as soon as you get closer to the door, you begin to hear Mayette's voice. It becomes louder and louder as you get towards into the tower.
She picks up speed. She hurries inside.
Next. He's next.
Lesia approaches Mayette. Who's next?
He's next.
Who is he?
Next.
Nahon?
Next.
Next for what?
He's next. He's coming.
Who's
He will be
who's
his.
coming?
He's next.
Gadstock?
Oh, yes. Someone. He's next. He's coming.
This is not good. Are you alright?
Found me. He's next. He knows. I mean,
Lesia kind of hesitantly puts a hand on your shoulder. We will keep you safe.
coming. Coming. He's coming.
If it is Gadstock, then we will kill him again. Maybe this time it will stick.
I need to leave. Quickly, I need to leave.
Let us get ready. I'm already gathering our things.
As you guys are packing outside, what is the rest of you guys doing?
At this point, so Marcus is packing his stuff, getting his armor on.
I think it is successfully deconstructed the tent.
Mari's gonna go back into the forest once Mayette comes back and go to a stone that he set on the ground. And he taps the center of it, and the door just back into the stone. He picks it up off the ground, puts it back into his satchel, and then he heads back out towards where everybody else is.
Could I assume at some point that I've seen Mayette and Amari?
You saw Mari exit out of some space. He came from you don't even know where it was. You're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna approach.
We see he's the first person that looks very young, not incredibly young, you know, not as old as everybody else.
Let's say he approaches Sir Marcus while he's getting on his armor. Sir,
Sir
Cool.
Marcus.
Oh,
Marcus?
me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You approach Sir Marcus.
Oh, sorry.
Sir,
yeah, as you're getting your armor on, Yuri approaches. Sir,
He turns his head towards you. Look.
sorry, sir. Do you need help with your armor?
Pauses a little bit.
Sorry, what I mean is, can I, as my duties as a squire, I'm really, need help.
Sure. Let me see what you've learned.
Yes, sir.
Strap me in.
So we'll do that. Do I need to make a check at all, or am I familiar?
Go ahead and make an attack roll, making a strike.
Okay, so that would be strength, yeah?
Yeah. What's your weapon? Yeah, you just use your normal weapon attack.
I'm trying to get Marcus into his armor. Did I get out at all?
No, I hear you on my end.
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay, attack roll. I guess. Sure.
Yeah, no, you're just attack like kind of attacking the space, not attacking him himself.
No, what I'm trying
Oh,
to
wait.
do is get Marcus into his armor.
You're trying to get him into his armor.
Yeah, I'm just trying to help him out. And
He's doing his job,
Oh.
basically.
Basically, it just speeds up his dawning.
I'm like, dude, what's with this attack? I'm not striking Marcus.
No, you're able to successfully help him out. You've
Draws
done
the
that.
dagger and slits it across your throat. All right, yeah, no problem.
So Marcus looks at it, like, pats it. That is perfect. Learned well.
He bows. Thank you, sir.
Not too tight, not too loose. Well done.
I've had plenty of practice, sir.
Yeah?
Yes.
Let me see how you clean that sword. Just tosses it at you.
All right. He kind of, he catches it, and yeah, I don't know what's on it, but I'll start using what I can to clean it. I imagine I have all my supplies
It's a
with me.
long sword.
Yeah.
It's in really good shape. It is clean.
It just wants me to do it again, so I do that again.
Yeah, you do.
As he does that, he does busy himself. But he kind of, almost his full attention is on the sword as he kind of like sits and lays everything out and starts doing that. Sarah.
Yes.
I noticed there were a few others. Where
Yeah.
did they come from? You don't seem to be. You seem to be familiar with them.
Am I familiar with them? Sorry, you started to.
He said he noticed a few others, and he's asking. He noticed that you were familiar with them.
Ah. You mean Amari?
Yes, sir.
Amari is a good man. You should go say hello to him.
Yes, sir. I just noticed. I did not see where he came from.
His tower.
Tower. I did not see any tower.
No, that's the beauty of it. It's invisible. Oh, it's something.
Is he a wizard then?
Sorry?
Is he a wizard then?
He is a wizard. He was the one that killed Gadstock.
Really?
That's him.
He nods and focuses back on the sword. He doesn't really speed up because he wants to do it thoroughly, but he's looking excited.
Careful, it's sharp.
Yes, sir. Of course.
Yeah, Marcus continues to pack his stuff, ready his
Yeah.
horse.
Alrighty, that's it for me.
Yeah, honestly, I'm just eating and getting myself ready.
Amari kind of walks forward towards where one of the campfire is, I guess, and he just kind of takes a seat down in front of it where the embers are still kind of just burning out slowly. And he just like sits there and stares down at the fire, his hand coming up to kind of brush his hair out of the way from where it's parted. And he's just gonna sit there quietly and wait for everybody else to get ready as well. He doesn't have much to say.
Amari, you should get ready.
His head, his head like pops up for a second. I I am ready. I'm fine to go. I have all the things I need.
What happened to your voice?
I don't know. I suppose I just lost it over the past few days after everything that happened.
Of course, it has been quite stressful. Should get
You know,
moving
it's,
very soon. We need to catch up with him.
I agree. I agree.
Amari, whatever happens, you know how important it is to retrieve the stone. It's the right.
He nods his head. I understand, Marcus, but he is still my friend and will still be my friend until I'm able to ascertain whether or not it was the crystal or his own doing that caused him to leave.
I understand that.
I will try. I will try to respect your wishes as well, but it does not change how I feel about the man. I'm sorry for giving him the crystal. I thought I could trust him. I really did. He was there for me so much.
Maybe you
I don't
could,
know.
but the crystal is a dangerous artifact. It might have changed him. I got a message from Lord Bacchus saying that nobody should touch the crystal. It's very dangerous. And I tried to warn you about it. You put him in a very
Just
difficult
thought that because he could touch it. I thought because he could touch it that it would be okay. That maybe he was the one to rightfully hold it because I could not handle it, only you could. I just figured that maybe. I figured that maybe it was just. Actually, I'm weird. I figured that maybe it was just his right, I suppose. I thought I could trust him. I thought he would be able to hold on to it. I thought he was a part of our group.
Well, he did hold
I
on to
don't
it, all
know.
right.
You see his face kind of turn like a little somber. When you say that, he looks back down at where the firewood was. I will get the crystal back, Marcus. I promise. I will do whatever it takes.
So Marcus nods. And I will do whatever it takes as well. You fail. For that, I will be sorry. He walks off.
Or I want to say that I try to seek out Marcus and try to find him.
Yeah, he's near the horses, just putting his.
Marcus,
Yes, the Marcus.
um, I see the kid's still here.
Yes, he will be traveling with us to Randus.
Oh, hold on a second. What happened last night?
Nothing happened. It was a quiet night.
Yeah.
Make a roll, Yuri. Sorry.
Oh, yes.
You hear a little bit of it, but you're not quite. You're still not sure. You just kind of know that they're talking about you.
You got a kid like literally almost like half my age. You just gonna travel with us to Nicodranus?
But we're going the same way. It's either that or he's traveling alone.
Okay. Yeah, you got. All right, you got a point.
Yes. Still don't know what he's doing out here. He said he needs to meet someone.
Who is he anyway? I didn't get the whole picture. I was kind
He's a
of groggy
squire,
last night.
a very famous knight.
Oh,
His
like
master-
you. Well, not not a squire, but disciplined like you.
Yes, I used to be a squire like him. We all start like that. Eventually, if we survive, I'm knights.
Oh,
His master, his lord, is a very famous knight. Managed single-handedly to slay a werewolf. Give the
wow.
innocent lives. Get this foul creature right in the town square.
You see a slight smile from his face because he wanted to say something, but he just sort of holds back. That's nice to hear.
Yes, he's lucky.
Huh.
Good teacher.
Well, if he's coming our way, I guess we should tell him about the rest of us then.
Well, he already heard of us.
Has he?
Has.
Where did he come from?
Felwyn?
Yeah, Felderwin.
Felderwin.
Felderwin. I think that's quite some distance. I remember looking at maps.
It is.
Macy passed through Trostenwald.
He was there. Not during the fight. That's where he
It's
heard
pretty
of us.
possible.
Apparently people have named us.
And what is that? What is
Well,
it?
It's Defenders of the Marrow. Marrow.
Defenders of the Morrow.
The Marrow Valley.
Yeah.
Marrow Valley?
No,
Yeah, it's like a big area where Alfield and Trost.
The general area we're in.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently we're the Defenders of Marrow Valley.
well,
he
they're not
looks
wrong.
at Marcus on Dominicus to see how he's reacting on it.
He's got one of those like I can't make the face because I don't have a camera, but it's like a kind of face. I can't explain it.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
All right. Well, they're not wrong, but
It's just a name.
yeah. Well, we're gonna be in their books, in their memory. We've done something.
Suppose
Fine.
we have.
All right. Well, if he's traveling with us, and hopefully he's battle ready, then
Yeah, until he meets his contact, then. Guess he'll be off on his way.
that's true. All right. I'll finish up packing then.
Red's Discord went out.
Sorry.
Oh, there he is.
Sorry, I couldn't hear like part of that, but it's okay. My computer's been bugging out right now. I don't know why.
And then I just go back to. Actually, technically, it's eating.
Amari would just be sitting there like rubbing his temples with his index finger or with his middle fingers.
Alessia's just getting everything ready to go.
Yeah, same, doesn't matter.
The kid's probably at the tail end of getting the horse fed and himself, so he's more or less ready.
So
How does
Marcus,
Cora react to the little boy?
Make an animal handling check. Yeti.
Sure.
Cora comes up and just like easily goes up to him and goes in for some pets.
Oh, hello. Yeah, he very easily gives pets for like 2 seconds before like looking over at Lesia with like a like he's asking for permission.
Lesia's gonna walk over. This is Cora.
Good to meet you, Cora. And he'll pet Cora. Kind of like he pets in a way that straightens out her mane, so it isn't like painful to her at all. He seems to be familiar enough.
She's kind of watching closely this interaction.
Staring at him. Yeah, he seems to enjoy Cora's company.
She seems to like you.
Yes, many animals do, I think.
She does not like Minnie.
Really? I don't find myself around many animals.
She kind of looks at him some more. Doesn't say anything.
Yes, in my line of work, I don't see many aside from horses. He just falls
Kinda
silent.
acknowledging kind of, but that's it.
Let's just stare at him. Almost seems to be used to that kind of treatment.
And then, after a moment, she'll kind of like move on and continue what she was doing.
Yeah.
Also petting Cora before she goes.
Okay.
All right. You guys easily pack up and start moving on. And you look at your sword, Marcus. It seems very well cleaned.
yeah. So Marcus just like turns it around and looks down the edge, then flips it, looks at the edge on the other side of the edge. It looks really clean, and he just puts it back without saying anything.
All right. As you guys continue down the road south, and as hurry and measure the speed as you can, you all continue. Continue for about, I'd say, half the day on the same trail until you come across right around a familiar bend. When you come around the corner, there are 4 figures just in the middle of the road looking at you guys.
I'll say Yuri is probably like maybe 10 feet behind the rest of them on his horse. Just kind of looks at them, seems to shrink down a little, doesn't say anything.
I don't recognize any of them, correct? They're not like actual people we've seen before.
No, you do not recognize these people.
Okay.
But they have weapons on their side. And make a perception roll.
Can I do the same?
Yeah.
Nice.
Anybody who wishes to. Yeah.
Crap, did I just leave the game?
Honestly. Oh my gosh.
There we go.
You're out forever.
Did? Now you're back.
All right. What the heck? All right.
That's what happens when you leave. You're gone forever.
Shoot.
Lesia, Uriel, Marcus. You guys noticed it. There's a half orc here with a scimitar and a shield on his back with kind of javelins posted on the ground as he's just kind of looking at the road and looking at you guys. And then a large human man with a giant greatsword just unsheathed, just resting on his shoulder, and a half-elf woman with two scimitars to her side, just kind of looking at everybody, kind of giggling. It looks like she's talking, she's kind of whispering to the big man. And then behind them, there's this big, hairy fella. He's got hair all up on his arms and then all over his back, and then kind of dreads to go down. And he's just looking at everybody, kind of like crossed arms. His arms crossed.
And I don't recognize any of them. Okay.
These people don't have any kind of insignia, any kind of like marking. They don't look official, like Town's Guard or anything like that.
Nope.
All right. Okay. Cool. Bandits.
Well, you done? They look more like mercenaries than bandits,
Fair enough.
or adventurers. You're not quite sure. They all have an individual look.
So are they looking directly at us then?
They're watching you guys as you're coming down the road, and when you guys get into close range, the bigger man kind of gets up. Out.
We help you.
What is this?
Just wondering if you can help us.
Speak up.
What are your names? And as he starts
What's
talking,
yours?
these two start kind of like splitting off, and this guy walks up.
So Marcus looks at Lycia. Something's up. Kind of look.
Mm-hmm. She just subtly nods.
What is it that you want? You look like thieves and bandits and scum.
Oh boy.
The big man kind of looks over. Call me scum. Hear that, Igor? Call this scum. You sure do smell like scum, Igor. Well, and the big man behind him is just kind of like cross arms looking, just no emotion, just kind of eyeing you all intensely. I just want to know names. We're looking for people, all right? Some friends of ours are asking, and they should be on this road. That's all we need.
You get none. That is not of your damn business. Move aside or we will use force.
Make an intimidation check.
So I try to sort of sneak my way up forward up the cart. I'm trying to get to Lesia.
I never find the damn buttons when
Yeah, you're able to sneak up when you get to Lesia.
You know, like we could blind them and just drive right past them.
Lesia just kind of, again, subtly nods.
Alright, I don't know about the kid though. He's way behind us.
We'll do it again.
Okay.
He just kind of looks at you with a smile. Friend, you still don't get it. Not looking to hurt anybody, but We all don't mind a bit of violence, a bit of a tussle. Aye?
Who exactly are you working for?
Anyone know of a fella named Distophanos?
And who are
Do
you
I?
looking for?
Well, a fella named Distophanos asked us to search for a man. A man named Amari.
That man must have done something very bad. He sent people to find him. What did he do?
Not bad. Not bad. Just wishes to talk. We're here to escort him back. Safely. I wish. No harm.
Well, good luck finding him, sir. Not with us. Now move aside, please. We don't have time for this.
Make a persuasion check.
That would be deception, actually.
Deception. Make a deception check.
He's not good at deception. What?
Make a deception.
Oh, God,
Make a
why
deception.
did you say that?
Oh, no, you can't lie.
Weapons out.
He just looks.
Actually, hold on. the reason he got a natural one is because Amari's gonna stand up in the back and say, "I am Amari de Spercia."
He's Spartacus.
Believe-
What's up to the actual Spartacus thing?
Oh,
I believe Mr. Stefano is looking for me.
Oh, Igor, he sounds like shit.
Oh, watch your tongue.
Who is it that betted he had a weird voice?
Regardless, I have business to attend to in Nicodranis. I cannot go back to Trostenwald. I'm sorry. You're going to have to tell the Stefano I will have to speak to him another time.
He's not exactly in the shape to talk to anybody right now.
Or had the time for it.
Throat. My throat was damaged in the battle in Trostenwald. Therefore, I'm not at a position to be able to speak for long periods of time.
Tell your master to come find us in Igodranus.
Nicodranis, you say?
Well, are you deaf?
Aye, just trying to get my information correct. Aye. Come, lads. Let them be. And he just kind of like steps to the side. And they just give you a glare as you're walking by.
does any of them have ranged weapons or no?
No,
I
not that
didn't
you
hear-
can see.
I didn't hear that first part when you were describing. Okay.
Make a perception roll as you guys are passing by, though.
Deception?
Yes.
Okay.
Gosh darn.
Magnabbit.
Didn't see shit.
Kid's just looking ahead. Yeah, it is.
No, you guys just continue, and they just watch you, and then they dip in. But right until the end, everybody doesn't see anything. But
Lesia.
Lesia, you hear right when you guys get out of range, around the bend, you start hearing footsteps, and you look over the ridge, and as you see the figures disappear into the forest, you see about 12 more people just above the ridgeline, just peering down at you. All people look like they have silhouettes of arms and weapons.
It was Many more than just them, it seems.
Yes.
Um,
If we had time, I would have cut them down, each one of them. Fortunately,
We are in a bit of a rush. We do not need the delay of combat.
exactly.
So maybe do not go directly for the antagonizing.
Yeah, I should work on my people skills.
Uriel kind of rise up beside the front of the car. Sir, may I ask,
What is it, Yuri?
what exactly are you in such a rush for?
We're also looking for someone.
I see. Somebody popular?
We're looking for a friend.
Oh. Is he okay?
We do not know. That is why
He
we
won't
are
be.
in a hurry.
See,
Who exactly is it you are looking for anyway?
my apologies, I'm not exactly what to say.
She just kind of like smirks and keeps looking ahead then.
Sorry, I didn't hear who was he. Was he looking for?
He said he's not allowed to say.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Alright.
We go.
no, thankfully we didn't run. They'll just block the road like 12 guys.
Okay. But as you guys continue, you come to actually make a survival check. Whoever's leading the road. See if you
Julius, yeah.
see what happens.
Alright, survival check, me.
Yes, anybody who's leading the pack.
Should I also?
If you're leading, no, only one
Oh,
person.
sorry.
Only one.
Oh, we'll count it. If
Nope.
you want.
Hey!
Treat it as advantage. Treat it as advantage.
17's pretty good.
He's really good.
You're able to get in a good pace. However, you find a shortcut, though. And it is either right before when you found the shortcut, it looks like it takes you off into the smaller little rocky canyon through part of the forest, or the canyon rocky part of the forest, so you get to the main road again, and then it opens back up in a open grassland. But you can either go that way or the road. So what did you choose?
You said the other way
You
is
think?
shortcut.
Yeah, you think it's a shortcut. Yeah.
Do you have any idea what possible dangers would be on the shortcut?
Creatures. With that survival check, you look around the space. Make a perception roll. You look around and you can find large holes that are on the ground and kind of like protrude out, almost as if they're like ant holes, except for larger creatures.
Alright, well, I'm not just gonna make this decision on my own, so I am going to ask the party. I might have a shortcut, but I do not know how safe it would be. I notice some holes that might be some sort of like insects, but very large ones that made them. Should we go that way and save some time, possibly, and risk it, or stay to the road?
If we keep moving, I could always shoot them down. Just make sure there's none of it in front of us to block our path.
What if they do block our path? Take more of the time. I say we continue on the road.
You know what? Any more patrols out there?
We will be stopped at the Wayun gates.
All right. If anything, I'd go safe with the roads and take our chances with people out there than whatever's in there.
If anything attacks us on the shortcut, it might end up taking longer than the safe route.
Plus, the rockiness, I don't know how the cart will hold up.
I've seen no one voting for the shortcut, so it looks like the roads it is.
Hero doesn't say anything.
All right. You guys continue along the road.
Mm-hmm.
It takes you guys the rest of the day, but once you exit out of the part of the forest that leads you in the open space to the Wang Gates, you see the vast expanse, but you see coming up the road, way out ahead of you, probably about 10 miles ahead, is a large force marching their way up the road. And it looks to be Righteous Brand and Menagerie Coast colors.
Are they passing us?
No, not yet. But as soon as you guys exited out and like the sun's setting, you guys can see the forest just making their way up. And then you guys continue to watch as it stops. And just outside the forest, they start to make a camp.
That appears to be the forces heading north.
Yes.
No, thankfully we took back Trostenwald. You know, back there I told Eric that if the city falls, there goes a lot of trade route, not just trade, but also movement of troops and stuff. No.
Oh, Eric, the Watchmaster.
Yeah, the kid captain.
Hmm.
Over in Trostenwald.
You know him?
I met him, yes. It was part of my mission.
You know, I wish we would have said goodbye, but we left on such short notice.
Oh.
So your mission was to meet Eric,
Yes, sir.
and now you're heading to meet someone else.
Yes, in fact, I will be right back. And he'll kind of bow his head to Marcus and then ride off toward the army that is currently sitting down for the night.
So Marcus looks at Lycia and Mayette. What is going on with this kid?
Seems like he's sending messages to various military forces.
Yes, it appears so.
Now, to the north is that garrison where they're heading to. Maybe it's just information of what's happening up north.
Let's go find out.
Possible.
Getting
Yeah,
curious.
I'm down.
Alright,
Feel
so
free to. I'm going to set up camp.
Maybe we can set camp with them.
I do not know if they will allow it.
Let's go ask.
All right.
I'll follow you, Marcus.
I will let you do that.
I'll continue to follow. Here, let's go look at this instead. Sorry.
We're just gonna keep whispering, like, we need to leave.
you all continue, and when you all are following kind of Uriel's like trail almost, and as you and Uriel, as you approach, some righteous brand men in plate armor just stop you, and they say, "Halt!
Okay.
Name."
Sir, Uriel, Eleanor. I am the
This-
squire of.
Sorry.
I am the squire of Knight Alun from the Order of Lion. I am meant to meet Commander Isaac.
Business with
A letter-
Commander Isaac.
A letter for him, sir.
Let me see letter.
I am not meant to give to anyone but him, sir. My apologies.
Just need to make sure you have it on you, boy.
He brings it out, though, kind of, doesn't bring it forward, but he does kind of wave it as in, like, show him both sides, and yeah.
Okay. He looks at it and kind of gives a nod. Looks back over to the guard next to him. All right. Come through.
Thank you, sir.
Just over there in the main tent. It's already built.
Over. Nice. Of course. And he will ride past at a slower pace now that he's, within their camp.
Okay.
Yeah, we're here.
Groovy went offline.
Oof.
Groovy, why
He
do
said,
you
"Fuck y'all."
do that?
He'll be back on soon, I'm sure. There it is.
Groovy,
It's back.
Give it a second.
please come back, please. I tell you, don't leave me.
Groovy, come back.
Groovy, come
Run
back.
it all on red.
Hold up. That's
You
good.
can blame it all on me.
Guys, I'm pretty sure we can't.
Sorry.
Sorry.
No, shoot.
Parody.
Yeah.
As what's it called? Why isn't that working? It's not working.
I hear it. Oh, you might need to skip. There we go.
That's better.
That's nice.
Yes, I imagine the others are following me as well.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
Not even a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah, he's just mean.
Staying out of that camp.
Okay, some of you are following me apparently.
Oh, we're not all going?
Oh,
No.
Me and you, Marcus.
Lesia and Mayed apparently do not go.
Yeah, we're gonna set up camp outside of that large group.
Okay.
And anyone else who wants to stay.
All right. So, Marcus and Darmanicus, you guys kind of follow into the camp as everybody else stays on the outskirts. And the righteous brand soldiers, the men in plate armor, just hold to you all. Wait! Business!
Well, who? Me and Dominicus?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you and Darmanicus now.
We wish to speak with your commander. Important.
About what?
You're heading north, aren't you?
I
We have reports from the north. Important you guys know what you're heading into.
wait here.
Make it quick.
You calm down, sir.
I am calm. You make it still quick.
We appreciate your help.
I'll
Thank
get
you.
right on it.
Thank you.
And he just like grabs an apple and eats it and just stands there and looks at you guys.
So Marcus takes a step forward. Think you better
Wait.
get moving, soldier.
You step forward and another righteous brand steps over, and like a few others that are working kind of stop and look over. I'm the one that's just eating apples. It's like, told you to wait, pretty boy.
What is your name, soldier?
Name's Devwin.
Devwin. I have the power to strip you of everything you have with one word. Is that what you wish?
Don't you do?
Go get your commander. I might forget this incident.
Like I said, sir, I got my best people working on it. And he just bites into an apple.
He takes the apple away from him and tosses it on the ground. You better get
You walked
moving,
up to him.
sir.
He just like they push you back, and like two other righteous friends like come over forward, and they back him up, and they look at you.
Marcus,
And they're
read
like,
the situation.
you two stay. Leave before we arrest you.
You better get me your commander. This is of other importance. If you don't do that, I may force myself in. This is a matter of life and death.
Yeah, make a persuasion.
I imagine I'm a bit too far away to hear this, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
disappointed looking down on the ground. Are we getting arrested?
Are you getting arrested?
And Medicus just has like look on his face like, why are we doing this again?
Wait, is it persuasion?
Persuasion, yes. Persuasion.
Please.
They just look
Okay.
at you and say, leave. You ain't talking to the fucking commander now. Get out of here.
He tries to force his way in. I'm going to speak to him right now.
Marcus, hold it. I try to hold.
If you continue any further, sir, we will restrain you.
You can try. I will take at least all of you before you do. Do you wish to challenge a knight? Is that what you want? Is your life that worthless?
What soldiers are these?
These are righteous brand soldiers.
Okay.
They make a history check.
Let's see. I'll roll. For the sake of this two group. Fucking.
You know nothing about you.
You just know them to be different than the others. That's all. Marcus, you kind of know them to be just maybe a better version of the Crown's Guard. They obviously are, because they are wearing plate armor. The rest of the men all the Zalezos and everything, everybody's just wearing like loose chainmail and other kind of like garments and such. But the righteous these soldiers here are all in plate mail, or the righteous brand soldiers are. Some are all in gold, and some are with silver and gold inlaying on them. But like they'll carry the red symbols of the Empire.
Wait, they're not from the... Aren't they from the Menagerie Coast?
It's a
there is a mix.
The righteous
There
brand,
are
the righteous brand is like a fucking volunteer service, I think, for the Empire. It's like its own separate military.
and it is considered to be, but you guys don't know this, but it is considered to be top of the line. Like they only take in bad motherfuckers.
You did mention that Lesia's worked before, so
Crown's
she might
Guard.
know that.
Yes,
The
you're not
Crown's
there.
Guard is like specific to cities and towns. They pretty much just defend like cities and like settlements. The righteous brand, I think, I'm pretty sure the guys go out and actually fight wars.
Mhm. And monsters.
And monsters, yeah, they're the ones that do battle. Crown's Guard just defend cities. They're like town watch, so they're not as cool or badass or well trained.
Okay.
Marcus, this is not the place. I try like whispering that.
They are insulting me. Cannot have that.
Right. Will that mean your blood on the ground?
Yes, if that's necessary. My honor comes first.
Listen, everyone. My name is Darmenicus Duman. This is Sir Marcus Locke. We came from Trostenwald up north. We wanted to speak to your commander about tactical decisions of what has happened up north. That would mean your very lives. And knowing the great soldiers that you are, you don't want to deal with the less, but the more.
Make a persuasion roll.
You already had, I think.
I did not.
It was Darmanicus this time.
Oh,
My turn.
okay.
Half.
They just shove Marcus down on the ground,
Oh shit.
kind of like pushing him, and they say, "Leave. You have one more chance before we lock you up. Don't make us do it."
Marcus, I don't want to get arrested. Let's just go.
Touch me one more time.
But yeah, that's what they look like.
Who?
Oh. Yeah, pretty intimidating.
The ones on the left are Empire. The ones on the right are Menagerie Coast.
So then, okay, they're mixed up.
Some of the Menagerie Coast members look like conquistadorish as well, very Spanish at times, but they also look like that as well. But yes. They will not let you pass, and they will arrest you, Marcus. You okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. It is kind of going to be pretty difficult for you to break out of a bunch of grapple checks. So we're just going to say you're going to fail because a whole bunch of them just grab you and just
Marcus, come on.
shackle you.
He's trying to fight them off, like punching them in the face. And
One of the righteous brand soldiers comes up in between Darmenicus and the other and says,
Wait.
"Back! Get back!
All right. Look,
Come get your friend later."
That man is a knight of the Menagerie Coast. He knows greater people. You need to be careful, all right?
Knight of the Menagerie Coast. He should know his place.
Oh, gosh darn it.
Shit. There's so many things I could do to save this, and I'm not doing any of them.
We're not there. We're like
Exactly.
hundreds of feet away.
I'm not
You
gonna
do this
fight
without going
like
out.
30 righteous brand guys. Fuck, you're weird.
Alright,
Bitching and moaning about getting the crystal back, and now you're getting arrested, you fucking twat.
Okay, my actions right now is I'm gonna stay a bit away from the camp, but wait for Uriel.
What?
Like I say, I'm gonna wait for him to come this
Okay.
way. Oh, I'm
Okay.
hoping he comes back this way.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Alright, so on the other side of the camp.
The camp gets over to Uriel. You look over at the soldiers and kind of flash your note at them, and they give you a nod and open the flap of the tent.
Dock my horse outside, step in. What
You
do I
step
see?
in, and you can see two righteous brand kind of like helmets on their side as they're holding them, looking down on a map next to a man with very noble-looking garments, and he's just also looking at a map, and he looks over at you, waves his men over.
Snap to attention.
Name.
Uriel Elna, squire to Knight Avon of the Order of Lion. I have a message for you, sir. I'm assuming you are Captain Isaac.
From Zadash.
Hi, sir.
Then leave. And waves the other two. Give me a note.
He holds it out with a bowed head.
You can see Commander Isaac is a very old man. Well, not very old man, but like an older gentleman with kind of grayish, whitish hair. And he's got a large scar on like the forehead down to the side of his face. And he's a very tall man as well. You can probably think that he would, when in his youth, he was probably very large, but now he's just an older lord, an older commander almost.
Yeah. Once he takes the letter, you'll stand completely at attention. Even the like respect he shown his eyes to Marcus is still kind of like stifled. Just being entirely official at the moment.
And he opens the seal and rolls out the letter. He starts mumbling the words. When you were in Trostenwald, what it seemed like? What was the vibe?
Sir, it seemed as if it had recently gone through a war. As far as I know, there have been orcs, goblins, and gnolls. Their bodies still littered the streets, as far as I know. Blood had not yet been washed out. It seemed as if it had happened overnight.
You know who controls the town? Crown's Guard.
Sorry, sir?
Who controls the town? Crown's Guard or mercenaries?
I'm not entirely sure, sir. Lords, I believe, their men did help with the defense, but if I remember correctly, read there was supposed to be a lot of Crown's Guard there, but they were taken out to the war, right?
Mm-hmm.
There were meant to be Crown's Guard there, sir, but I did not see many at all. Some, but it seems that a lot of them had been drafted into the war.
So the people are taking it. The word of the lords fighting.
Thank you, sir.
It's not good. It's not good. Spirits high, spirits low. What did it seem?
I would say a combination of the two, sir. People were exhausted and as if they were trying to repair, which they were, but they seemed to be as you say, high on victory, sir. Both, I would say.
Well, let's hope the damn bastards try not to get too high on their victory and call for their own militia, their own god. That's what happens after all this. There's no Crown's Guard, and it wasn't a Crown's Guard victory. It was a people's victory.
Aye, sir.
Done well, lad. You're dismissed.
He bows, turns on a heel, and walks out. And I will retrieve my horse and ride back the same way I came, toward the encampment of the strangers that I met.
As you're heading out, you can see Dominicus just like on the edge of the camp.
And you see a smile on his face seeing you walk this way.
Yeah, he rides over, seeing you.
Oh, thank goodness, kid, you're here.
Oh, is there something wrong?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Funny story. Sir Marcus, we were here to talk with the camp. He got taken away.
What?
Yeah. He was sort of ruffled up,
Um,
kind of pushed aside.
did he have any business here? There must have been some sort of misunderstanding. Isn't it?
We just wanted to talk, but the
Talk
you know
with you?
the soldiers were very mean, and they pushed us aside. They were eating apples, and apples were knocked over. But
God.
4 apples.
The apples are the true victims there.
you guys broke me.
No, you digress.
Go on.
Apples were knocked over.
I'm sorry, I do not understand. Did
You
Marcus
just
have a
look
message
over and you
sometime?
just see apples on the
we
ground.
wanted to talk to whoever was in charge about what happened up north. With everything that happened there.
Some guy like walks up and he's like, "Oh man, he's got a hard workout. Gonna eat an apple. Fuck! Who knocked the apples over? Son of a bitch! Not gonna eat an orange."
Marcus got himself arrested.
How did he? So he did not have a message, but he did just Commander Isaac.
I don't know. I think he sort of felt disrespected when
Oh,
he was eating the apple in front of him.
There's funny about the situation.
kind of questioning if Dominicus is actually just busting up in front of him. You-
Is there anyone you can talk to get him out? This whole thing's a misunderstanding.
I am just a messenger. In fact, my mission is completed. But
What?
I can attempt to talk to the guards, but I'm not even sure if I'll be let in again.
Are we even near? Are we near Yuri and everyone else?
No.
Let's see ya. No, they're on the other side still.
Okay.
I kind of set us up like at least a couple hundred feet from the large soldier group.
Alright.
Maybe you should tell the rest of the group. They
Yeah.
have some
Yeah,
something.
I thought you had connections, but if not, let's go back.
I can try, but I'm not sure I
No,
can.
I don't want you getting in trouble too. With them thinking you're associated and you're gonna start some shit.
Uh-huh.
So let's
Okay.
just head back. You're still with us, right?
I was hoping to be.
All right, then let's go.
All right.
And we walk.
Yes.
We make our way to the camp
You can start heading out.
in a quick pace.
Okay. In a quick way, we leave.
Fast.
And as soon as you guys leave, a commotion starts going on in the camp as Commander Isaac is walking to one of the tents. He opens the flap and you can see Marcus is just on the ground, tied to a pole, still in armor and everything, and the righteous men are just looking down on him, and like one just looks like he wants to punch him in the face.
Sir, what did he do?
You're not there.
Blood on the guy's hand.
Or did you go back?
Oh, we don't see it. Okay. Yeah, you said you
we're-
see.
no,
I'm like,
back.
okay.
No,
Okay.
no, you didn't see. It was when you
Never
left.
mind.
Sorry.
Cool.
So
This is as you guys are like. This is like almost when you left the meeting. Isaac got called over and was like, "Hey, there's something going on," and then like you left, and then he went over to the tent.
Okay.
So it's like at the same time almost. And as Isaac, sorry.
If I did see while I was in the encampment, I would have if I did pass by, I would have said something. But I guess I did. Okay.
It was behind you.
Alrighty. Cool. Alright, let's go.
And when Isaac came into the tent, Marcus, you just see this noble-looking fella enter the tent, start making his way over, and looks at you. He's an older gentleman, white hair and a scar across his face.
Am I
Looks down
on
at
the
you.
ground, like on my stomach, or?
No, you're just on the ground, sitting on your butt, behind your hands behind your back.
tied to a
Behind the
post.
Yep. Yup. Who are you?
I'm Sir Marcus Locke.
Hmm,
You the knight? You do the commander?
Who the fuck are you?
I just told you, I'm Sir Marcus Locke.
Who do you serve?
Lord Bacchus. And he spits on the ground with some blood out.
Lord Bacchus. Right. He kind of kneels down and looks at you. Now, if I told one of my friends in those tricks here, hey, Delwyn, get my wizard boy. Delwyn goes, right, sit, and walks out. And Commander Isaac's just looking down at you. Now,
So Marcus has this stern face looking at him, even if he's bruised.
if I contact Bacchus about this, and he says he doesn't know you, someone will kill you, boy.
It's fine. What if he does know me?
Then you get the fuck out. You have no business being here.
There is
Lord
something.
Bacchus has no business interfering with my business.
I'm not interfering with your business, Lord. It's just some information I wanted to hand it to you. So,
That's gonna have to wait.
do your thing. Going nowhere. He's looking down on his tight hands.
As like a few moments pass, and this young gentleman, he has actually these tattoos all about his left arm. Seems to be fairly skinny, but kind of like still fit. These tattoos are kind of like glowing a little. And he has like dark brown hair, and he's just wearing like leather armor as he makes it in like kind of like half plate, and he makes his way down to you. And like he kind of tilts his head to the side, kind of like he's studying you in a way. Can I study him, Commander? No. Need to find information. Contact Lord Bacchus. See if a man this description is one of his.
He's expecting me to be there and run us. He knows I'm on the way, on my way.
Like all the times he's made me wait, he can wait himself.
That is not my business, between you two. All I wanted is to help you with some information. But apparently, you don't deserve that either.
Help.
I...
Help.
Yes, sir.
Who the fuck do you think you are, mate?
I'm someone
Come
who
in
has
here.
information. And I know that every
Working
army...
for Bacchus. You know his information and how he helps. You're lucky he's in the coast, out of our jurisdiction.
Lord Bacchus,
Otherwise, I'd have you strung up.
Lord Bacchus doesn't know I'm here. I just wanted to give you the information because we have been on the north. We've been in Trostenwald. And we know you're heading this way. We wanted to prepare you for what's up there.
I already know.
How?
I have people. Lad. You know who this man is? It's my assistant. My assistant here helps us out with many things. Can help us out with getting more information if I wish, but I don't wish to waste time with Bacchus's shits. Say what you need to say. Untie the bastard, and then get the fuck out.
As you said, you already know. You need my help, apparently. And if this is how you treat your guests, then you might not have many friends.
Bacchus is a friend of mine. You can tell him that yourself.
Like I said, what's going on between you lords is not my business. All I wanted is being a soldier and helping out other fellow soldiers. That was a mistake. See that?
Aye, it is.
It is.
Stick in your face where it's not needed. You ugly mug.
Are we done here, Lord?
So get out.
He gives him like a hard look, like he's disgusted by him. Very well. Good luck up there. Need it. He walks out. Sent. Now where's my damn weapons?
And you come out and you just see your stuff just on the ground. And like, clearly they looked through everything. And you can, when you grab your stuff, you can see some of your gold is missing as well.
What?
Bitch. That's for the apple.
Stop!
Oh, man.
You grab your stuff and you continue. They took about, how much do you have on you?
I'm not telling.
How much do you have on you?
I'm not telling.
Okay, I'm gonna look then.
Oh, God. You can do that?
Yes.
You.
He's got access to all the character sheets.
How do you think he rolls for us?
Yeah.
God damn it, Big Red. Motherfucking thieves. Who were their names again?
Delwyn.
Dude, I will
Or-
fucking...
Commander Isaac.
I'm fucking typing their names now.
I'm gonna report this to
I'm gonna
HR.
report this to HR. He's gonna
my
go there and they're gonna be like, "That's not our jurisdiction." He's gonna be
I'm
like,
gonna
"What
file
the
a
fuck?"
I'm gonna file a fucking report.
Yeah.
you. Can you tell us just like can you tell us just how much gold they took? I don't know. I don't want to know how much you have, but just how much they took.
I took a lot.
Percentage.
Yeah,
Half.
a percentage.
Took fucking half.
Oh no! Oh god!
Oh, dude. I will not
Jesus
forget
Christ!
that. I will not forget that.
What's the
Shouldn't
percentage?
have fucked with them. They're
Is it
kind
half?
of they're
Is it
very
half?
intense right now, and you don't know what kind of unit these guys are.
Righteous brand, don't fuck around, man. I'm telling you, the Crown's Guard protects cities, but the Righteous brand fight wars.
What are the name? Righteous what?
The Righteous brand, they fight. They're the ones fucking fighting, like in the Ashgard garrison and stuff. And that they're fighting Jorhos right now.
Yeah. You just went up against your boss's boss's boss and broke
Exactly.
into his bedroom and then
well,
told him shit he already
yeah.
knew.
Rude. Marcus is from the Menagerie Coast, so it doesn't really affect him. Like he's not a. I don't blame him for not knowing who the Righteous brand are, because he's not from this area. He doesn't.
He has no
doesn't give
idea.
a
That's
fuck.
the best part. Is that like him as a knight? He's like, I know what my shit is, and then he's like, what the fuck is this? This is not how it's supposed to work up here, and that's the Empire.
Whenever
Welcome to
you-
the Empire.
That's how it
Things
goes.
don't
man.
work the way it's
That's how
supposed to
it
be.
goes.
The Empire sucks.
Fucking bitches.
The Empire
Yeah, the Crown
sucks.
Guard.
All right.
Yeah, it's kind of like in the
Alignment
Menagerie
shift, chaotic neutral.
in the Menagerie
We were
Coast.
supposed to be
Lizzo
fucking
protect the
allies.
cities.
The Empire sucks.
Stole my lunch.
True, and in the Menagerie Coast, the Lezo protect the cities and shit. And I think you have like lords and stuff like that hire knights to do like actual warfare and shit like that if it comes to be.
So, am I on my way out? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope,
And
I don't
after
see you.
an hour or two, you get back to the camp late, but everybody is there before, so you can do the interactions before Marcus.
All right. We need a plan. We need something.
Can you just walk up to us and say this, like,
Oh,
with no explanation?
these guys. Oh my goodness. You might notice Marcus is missing. Well, it's a funny story.
He's staying at the camp.
He's arrested.
What?
Man's just gonna bust out.
That was the best reaction ever.
Lesia kind of pinches her nose, like, explain.
Look, you were right. We should have not messed with those fuckers. So
He picked a fight, didn't he? He
yes.
picked a fight with the fucking righteous.
So what exactly happened?
You know,
Marcus is not good with people
no,
at all.
his righteousness got the best of him. His honor got the best of him.
Oh, I see.
Stay here. Let me go see if I can calm down a crowd.
That is way too big a crowd.
Yes, it is.
Well, I only really need to talk to a few people.
There's more than
Honestly, it might be
all
better
the
to let them
time.
stew a little bit.
What if
He might
Marcus,
learn something.
I say, what if like he needs us to like go bail him out or something?
He has money on him. Don't take it from him.
Do you do that?
You could pay them.
That's what they took was the bail money.
You know,
You're friends with them, right?
I
I've worked with them in the past.
Oh, okay.
That won't fly.
Here, I have hang on. She like starts digging through her bag. Yuri, here, take this rose, and I'm gonna write a little note, okay? Thank you for teaching him a lesson he needed. And I'm gonna wrap that up with the rose. Okay, go send that to whoever arrested Marcus. It's just gonna continue laughing.
Yuri's just gonna. He looks completely confused by this entire interaction.
you're
Kind of like.
stay,
Yes, sir.
just stay here. All right, we'll figure this out.
I'm not
Is there-
going in there. This is way more fun.
I don't know what you expect us to do. They're not gonna let us see him.
Well, look, I have thought of a plan.
And they're not gonna keep him forever.
The plan involves some apples. You see?
No? What?
Look,
I don't see.
And as soon as you say that, you just hear you hear grumbling coming down the road.
First off, why would you? Those are probably apples from my orchard and vineyard. What the hell would you want to do with those?
Yuri is gonna peek out.
hold on, I hear something. Hello?
And the problem solved itself.
Oh,
What the
that
fuck?
flower back.
Marcus?
You guys see a large plated man just slowly walking over, very angrily.
I don't know who that is.
Guys, I think he's sulking.
That is him, yeah.
Once you see-
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it is Marcus.
yeah, you can
Looks
hear
like we
him
don't have to go in after all.
you can hear him
Good.
cursing.
Oh,
Yuri flinches with like every single one.
Marcus, are you okay? Jeez, what happened?
These filth. They have no honor. They are no allies of us.
Sir Hawk, what exactly
Scum.
happened?
Wait, I'm
What?
confused. They have no honor, and you tried to fight them all after breaking into their own camp?
I didn't break into that camp. I just wanted to see that fucking captain.
Why
Sorry,
didn't
my
you
words.
just ask for their captain?
I did. And they
We did.
insulted me.
Wow.
They were rude.
Yeah? Go
So-
on.
That
You
was
got
worth
your
getting
feelings hurt.
arrested over.
Is that what happened?
He was just standing there like a tree.
Did he
Eating
Uh-huh.
his
send
bloody
someone
apple.
to go? I look over to Dominicus. Did he send someone to go tell him that
Well,
he had
sort of.
people asking for him? Then what is the problem?
Because he
The guy-
didn't do it. He was just standing there.
He might not have been allowed to leave his post. He sent someone else to do it.
He didn't send anyone. He was just
Oh, he-
standing
he-
there like an idiot.
He did say he was sending his best men. Wait,
Dominicus, didn't you
What?
see he was insulting us? He said we were sending someone, and he was still standing there and didn't talk to anyone.
well,
Eating his
someone
fucking
does not
apple.
mean himself.
Rotten sons of a bitches.
You got arrested over an apple.
You
Yes,
just
sir.
a
No,
step back.
I got
now.
arrested because I don't want to talk about this anymore. And he
You
said,
want
"So,
over an apple.
he just
Did
tears
you
his.
did,
Sorry,
did you even identify yourself to
I
give
did,
any
yes.
possible
I did
when
before
Yeah,
anything.
I look over to Dominican?
I did
Look.
everything because by the book. This is not how
we-
allies should treat each other. We're all fighting
We-
the
we
same
gave-
cause.
we gave our formal names, and I did a full introduction saying where we came from Trostenwald. But even with that, they sort of were going to send us off.
You expected them to know who you were?
Oh, I thought since Uriel has heard of us, we thought they would heard of us.
When you are
They
a
have not
peasant,
been through.
Hmm. Shit.
See, the only reason Yuri knows this is that he was there.
correct?
So Marcus
Also,
just
the
walks up.
Regis brand is not from this area. I doubt they would know Sir Marcus by name.
Yes, they are more mercenary than anything else.
They know my lord. That should have
That
been
is more
enough.
likely. But they also probably did not care.
They didn't. That's the problem. Scum.
Probably
Why
know my
would they?
mom, and I don't go blasting that around the people. You can't just associate people with other people they don't know.
We were fighting the same cause. Why? He's just tearing off his
They-
armor and throwing it off.
If they did not know who you were, then
I
they
do
had
not
no
care.
reason to believe
I
you
did-
were an ally.
But I explained that was.
And people lie. She looks at you like, duh.
I'm a knight. I do not lie.
People lie about being knights all the time.
Yeah, but I am a knight.
They
Some
don't know
people-
that.
Yes,
Some
they
people
do.
might
Look at
not
my
be able
armor.
to tell that much by just your appearance, Marcus. What if you were just somebody that killed a knight and stole his armor? You could just walk up in there and say you're a knight. It's that simple.
Are you saying that I look like a murderer? I just killed a knight that took his armor.
No, you're such a dumbass.
And,
I'm saying that you
anybody can be a
that
murderer
you could
if
have
they
killed
try.
somebody and taken their armor and just said you were a knight. I'm not saying that you are that, but I'm just saying that they could have looked at you like that. You don't know.
But I do not look like that.
You know what? Do you? I know. You fucking idiot.
You know that murderers can be pretty much anybody, right? They don't have a look about them.
You know that murderers do not have honor, right? But I do.
Look,
Anyway, I do not
someone
want to talk
cannot
about
look
this.
at you, Marcus,
Just
and just assume that you have honor about you. It's so close-minded.
wait. What do you mean by that? Are you saying I do not have honor?
I swear to God, man. It's like talking to a brick wall.
Suggestions.
Did you just say I did not have honor?
This is what you mean.
Marcus, get some rest. Well,
No, explain yourself, Amari.
I think he can. He's laughing
Marcus.
too hard.
I just say,
You
this
broke
guy is so
him.
stupid. Marcus is so fucking stupid.
He punches Amari right in the
I
face.
can't.
oh, geez.
Oh,
Oh my
no.
God, shield.
Amari punches Amari right in the face.
Shield, he says.
Oh,
I
you're
think you
using
might need to make an
stream
attack roll on that.
Oh,
You're
I'm
on,
gonna cast catapult.
oh
I'm gonna
my
cast catapult
God.
and throw a rock. And I'm gonna throw a rock right at his stomach.
Oh my God, Shield, he just...
What?
So-
What happened?
he shielded
now
you,
I'm
then
throwing a rock at
catapulted
your
you.
He catapulted me? What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm throwing a rock at your stomach.
Just throw a rock, just boom,
Oh,
and it hits you in the gut, and it almost like knocks you down on the ground.
But 30
Well, you have to
Never
roll a
mind.
dexterity.
What?
Roll a dexterity save.
Yeah.
Roll
If you yeah.
Dexterity saving throw?
Oh.
Seeds, I believe.
Alright, what the hell? It doesn't even have armor
That
on.
does succeed. Yeah.
I believe it. Yeah, it doesn't.
It just misses.
Entirely
That's
misses.
Okay,
Yuri is
okay.
gonna
I don't
kind
know
of.
why I haven't attacked
Yuri,
him.
He's gonna go grab his sword.
Yuri is going to like step between them. I imagine Marcus.
Move away,
Walk
kid. He
out.
just grabs him by the shoulder and just shoves him off.
Marcus, stop it.
Marcus is just like his face is just like shaking of rage right now. Is this how you want it, Amari?
Amari slowly stands up from from where he was sitting, and he looks at Marcus, and he kind of raises up his hand, just slowly, as like 6 rocks begin to float up in the air and start swirling around the top of his head, and he says, "Ignis Petras," and all of the rocks like fucking burst like stones, like
Cloud.
like head-sized rocks, just burst with fire, and he just looks at you.
Now is the time
He's gonna
for calm.
cast Minute Meteors.
Oh, I actually
And I'm
didn't
just-
prepare that. That was just nothing.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait.
and I'm just gonna have them. I'm gonna have like fucking six
Alright.
floating fiery rocks floating around me as I stare at you. Marcus, I assure you, my friend, you do not want to do this.
Somebody just cast fog cloud, I believe.
Yeah. Everyone just use your words.
You
And as
see,
the
like
fog starts coming in, you guys are gonna. It's starting to become difficult for you all to see.
Can we spend at least a week without trying to kill each other? Please.
are we standing very close to each other, Amari?
He's probably like 10 feet away from you. He moved away, like moved back.
Okay, Amari.
Every shot.
Marcus looks up on the rocks, and he doesn't have armor
If you
on.
can see.
Oh yeah, but that's before the fog. Then he looks Amari dead in the eyes. Before the fog comes in, he says, "Not the fucking stupid one who lost the stone, is it?" He walks off.
Amari's gonna drop the spell, and the rocks just fall back down to the ground. And he just watches him walk off.
Once I hear no commotion is going on, I drop fog cloud.
As the fog dissipates, you all look at each other.
Daniel's gonna switch mine. Amari, are you okay?
Amari's just gonna look over and nod his head. I'm fine.
Alright. It's like very clearly this look of genuine concern on his face.
He's gonna walk
I'm okay.
to Amari.
Who are you? He's looking at the boy.
Never met him before.
I am. I am Yuri Elena. been traveling the last day. I'm a squire of a native on.
I've seen you before, but I don't
Yeah.
think we've ever had the opportunity to talk.
No. Not the best time, is it?
I look over to Uriel and I'm like, when you become a knight, Sir Marcus is not a good example.
It
He
does
doesn't.
not. No, Uriel, don't listen to that. Marcus is a good man. He is. He truly is. But
He picks a fight with
He's
every
clouded
single
by
person we
those-
encounter.
Gracia, it's just because that he has a lot of pride to himself, and
And that pride is going to get him
wants to
killed.
prove. He wants to prove to himself and to other people that he is a knight and that he
Perhaps
has
I should just
chosen
talk
this
to
path
him.
for a good reason.
Maybe I could talk him down, and then you can handle him after this.
If that is something that you wish to do, I'm not going to stop you. Just know that he's in a very difficult state right now, and
Yes.
there's not much that I can do if he tries to strike you for some reason. I don't know how he is as a person when it comes to.
You are not making a case on him being a good person if you are legitimately concerned he will strike a boy.
He tried to punch me in the face, Lesia.
He
So
did.
I just
Again,
assume that he's
not a
pissed
good
off at
case.
everybody. It doesn't matter, regardless of people when they get angry. It does not mean that they're not good people. But Messia, and he like looks at her with a knowing look that she fucking turns to a fucking werewolf, and he still thinks that she's a good person.
Lucia doesn't think she's a good person, so
It doesn't matter. There are people that get angry, but it does not mean that they're not good people.
I've seen very little of this good side of his. That is all
But
I
there
know.
is a good side, and it's something that could be harvested and manifested. It just takes the right environment for it. He's just very hot-headed, but it's something that could be worked on. It's not always like that.
I will go and talk to him now, and I just kind of run out of wherever we are.
You kind of leave the space and you go off to where this went. You went off away from the camp.
Yeah, so
Alright.
Marcus he wander a bit in the forest and sit on a branch. Not branch, sorry, like a broken tree.
And then try and follow.
He's looking straight into the forest, like with the group behind him. Yeah, he had his sword like sticked in front of him. He's just staring at the sword.
I imagine he doesn't make any effort to not be tracked.
No,
Do I have to make a check, or is it pretty clear from the way he's stomping through?
Oh, you're able to see him because he's just right before it's starting to get thick.
he was
Alright.
loud. He was kicking everything and breaking shit on his way.
Yeah, so here he will creep up when he sees Marcus, kind of make enough distance so that he doesn't like pop up right over his shoulder and kind of like makes himself known. Saddlewalk, are you okay?
What do you want, boy?
I'm just I just want to tell him what's happened back there.
That is none of your concern. Go away.
Yes, sir.
Now!
Yes, sir. He'll scamper away.
And as he walks off, so Marcus, he gets this sad look on his face. And he just lowers his head. Sits there quietly.
Yep, so we'll go right back to the camp, and you guys can have your discussion. In the meantime, Uriel is going to try to collect Marcus's armor and set it up in wherever it came from, whether that's on his horse or in his pack or whatever.
So wait, who's all at the camp?
We're all-
Everybody but Marcus.
Okay. So I know we're kind of all looking for Nahon. Well, I think I know where he's going, and I think I know how to get a hold.
Go on.
Well, I did talk to him early this morning. Whether Marcus believes it or not, that's his.
Some sort of spell?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. I just kind of said hi, and he responded.
Sounds like a spell.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, it was in Mama's book.
Definitely a spell.
So it was weird. Very, because I actually was dreaming about Nahon last night. Not that way, you sickos.
Sorry.
And
Was that what that was about this morning?
well, so
You-
you probably
Fucking
thought that I was actually talking about Nahon. No, I don't think Nahon is really Nahon right now. I think someone in my past might be connected to whatever is controlling Nahon or leading him away from us. Because
The
it
crystal?
kept yeah, the voice kept saying, and I know this voice. The voice kept saying Nahon will be next. Just over and over.
Some sort of possession, maybe? Something
I
a spirit in a
Nahon is-
crystal?
I think Nahon is possessed. At the same
Probably.
time, I don't think Gadstock's.
It's not get stuck. You said you knew the voice. Who is it?
Really think any of you would know him, but if
Any
you're
information would help.
well, there's not a nice man at all, but he is a powerful man. When I first met you, I was actually running from Count Vespin. He actually wanted me to find a gem very similar to the one I think that might be controlling Nahon.
do I know of Count Vespin? Or have I heard of that name?
It's ridiculous because
Yeah,
people have
same.
heard
Dang, partner.
Can I make a check as well? Because I'm totally not eavesdropping you guys.
Yeah, you're also in the area. Damn. Somebody actually beat it. I didn't think somebody would.
I beat it with a +1.
Bless you.
Oof.
It is very, very, very hard knowledge to come by, but you have heard of Count Vespin and accusations of him tying to a criminal organization called the Syndicate. But that is basically what people would call a myth. And they also say that he is a myth as well. And it's just it might be a collection of people that is this guy, or maybe it is a guy. Nobody knows.
I have heard rumors of his existence, but little else.
They're true. Mostly all of them. In fact, some of them are probably my doing. They go around and they look for talented people like yourselves. They trick you or catch you or bribe you into doing things for them, and then you get caught up with them, and well, I escaped. I don't know how many others did, or if there were any others escaping. But I feel like Nahon might be going to them.
That is very concerning.
I don't think he knows he's doing.
He might not, if what you say is true.
If they get to him, I'm very much sure that it'd be very hard to get Nahon back, or get anyone back alive. Also, don't tell Marcus. I don't think he would be very fond of us all knowing that I used to work for a bunch of shady assholes who went around, kidnapping people at night and then bribing them to do things.
do not think Marcus is very fond of us regardless.
Probably fair. But Amari, you said you knew a few things about those gems. Have you read or heard anything more? Are there any other kind of gems like that?
Hold on. Shit. Would I have heard of anything else pertaining to those gems
Nope.
that we would have found?
Nope.
Amari just shakes his head no. The first time that I actually heard of the gems was whenever we talked to Lord Bacchus himself. I know a little bit about the Age of Arcanum, but I don't know much about the gems that are what we're questing for. But it seems as though they're very powerful and they're imbued with the type of magic that I'm unfamiliar with. It's interesting because it seems as though that different types of magic are woven into these, and their powers could very well be limitless. I'm not sure what their properties are, and I'm not sure how powerful they are if they're all together.
That's what I was afraid of. I don't want, them coming next to each other or going to one person.
Whatever
we
they
might be
do,
doing that.
we definitely do not want this count to have them.
Correct. And see how far we have to chase Nahon, but if it keeps going north, we might be in for a bigger problem.
Right. The only other thing that I know about the crystals and something that they might be able to do is with the idol that we received from Duhain, but I think it was just a receptacle for the crystals, and it apparently is powered down when it's missing all of them. So I'm assuming sorry. I'm assuming that this crystal has some form of power of teleportation. It could be like a key to get inside of an extra room or a place where these magical items are being kept, or something like that. Maybe a gateway or the next step of figuring out how to get to the rest of the horde. But without all of the crystals, there's not much we can do.
Red, have I heard something like this at all? Even if it's rumors?
Okay, history check. Except for your past and everything as well. Let's see if you can remember.
Well,
Jesus
nice.
H. Christ.
We all went to school today.
Yeah, you luckily eavesdropped over Lord Esmir talking to Lord Ivan about objects that he has sent a Knight Commander Duhain on. And you've heard of Knight Commander Duhain, and when they referenced it, you were like, these people know of Duhain? You're like, it just kind of like hit you for a second. And you knew that he was on a special mission. One that was that Lord Esmir said that required gems and an artifact to go ahead and combine them all together. But other than that,
remind me, is the Lord that might.
Yeah, he's based in Zadash, and he owns property in Felderwin.
So I used on it. Cool.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And he owns the Night Order as well.
Lord Esmir seems to be interested in these stones.
He's the northern part that's trying to look for them.
Got it. Okay. He doesn't say anything to this.
All right. And as you guys sit by the fire and ponder more, and begin to question what your next move is, that is where we will end tonight's session, everybody.
Oh boy.